Oh boy. Oh my God. What in the world's going on, man? Look. Hey, y'all. I apologize, man. I apologize. Yo, why do I hate myself?
There you go.
Friday the 13th is real. I had everything set up on Restream ready to go at 10:30, and then that shit went completely off. And now this is unscripted. This is raw. Bird Gang 31 in the house, and it doesn't matter what happened, man. We are here now, and there's no time limit to how long we gonna go tonight. What is going on, BG, man?
Hey, I'm feeling good, man. I'm just worried about that whole restream thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have to take a deep dive into that one because, the streamer is kind of easy. Kind of set it up.
Bro, man, I'm telling you right now, I think that you brought the jinx with you, man, when you came on this restream with me. But it's all good, man. That means, you know what? We about to put some fire on tonight, and Restream can't handle it, so they kick us off and put us on StreamYard. But, hey, look, today, great news for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, Josh Sweat, Lane Johnson, all practice. What's going on through your mind right now?
Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
That's what I feel like, man. I feel like, I already knew these boys will be back for the playoffs. Lane already said he was going to. Jalen, I feel like everybody thought it was a little bit worse than what it is. I'm not saying the boy's not hurt, but I'm just saying it's 3 games. And I know there's enough modern medicine out there to make him feel comfortable for 3 games. So I'm not really worried about that at all. Lane Johnson being out there's great, Sweat being out there's great, and I'm just ready to see these boys kick some ass on that football field.
I mean, do you think that the Philadelphia Eagles was kind of like misleading the fans a little bit? Because believe it or not, we about to listen to what Lane Johnson had to say today, right? Lane Johnson, right? This dude came out. If y'all didn't hear what Lane Johnson was talking about, I am about to, play a little clip how misinformation could screw with people. But before we do that, what's up, Eagles champ? What's up, Nina? Nina, we was not late. Nina, we was not late. I'm telling you what happened. Friday the 13th strike. We was ready on Restream, everything. We had clips and everything. And then all of a sudden, it kicked us out. And then we had to do everything and jump on StreamYard and try to set it up. But we are here now, all right? So that's what matters. And guess what? It's Friday night. I ain't got no job. I ain't got nowhere to go. Bird Gang ain't got nowhere to go. So as long as y'all here, we going to be here. We definitely going to be talking about them birds tonight. But I really want y'all to listen to what Lane Johnson had to say today, which is kind of puzzling to me. Like, I don't know how to feel about this because he was on the Pat McAfee, show, and this is what he had to say about his injury. If y'all didn't hear it, here it is.
Are you practicing full speed right now with that abdomen? Everybody's expecting you to come back next week. Is that real or no? What's going on?
See, what's funny is that it wasn't my gut. I tore my groin, so my adductor. So
oh shit.
So like before I got out of my MRI, it was like already tweeted out. I'm like, how the hell did they tweet this out and it's wrong? But no, I felt good today. Like just movement stuff. Next week I'll do good on good. So I'll find out next week. But I'm confident I'll be able to play.
So it's your groin. It's not your abdomen. Groin much not. We would rather abdomen than groin, I think, right? Personally,
groin rather than like a core like hernia surgery. That'd be worse than this.
Okay, so groin Nick, better. We're good with this. Groin's better.
Yeah, good. Bosa had this last year. Nick had this, and they got it fixed. I think it's like a 2-month recovery. So after the surgery, so it won't be too bad.
Where are we at right now with you? 6'5"?
Yeah, we hadn't had the surgery yet, but I feel I'll get after the season.
So you're playing next week, or what do we think?
I'm playing.
Let's go! Let's
What
get
a
it!
dog, dude.
Yeah. What
Oh,
happened?
boy. I love me some
Yes,
Lil
sir. Hey, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about when it came to misinformation, because this is the first time I'm hearing this today. It wasn't even an abdomen. It was a groin. Like, that's why I was like, yo, get him out. Please go have the surgery, because, hey, as a lineman, you have to push forward. You have to use your abdomen, trying to get bull rush. So what is going through your mind right now, Burger? I mean, did you know it was a groin before
That was
this?
the first time I ever seen it was a groin. That was the first, and just the way he's excited about it, it makes me feel confident. He seemed like he cool with it. He's gonna get the surgery after the end of the season. Like I tell you, there's only 3 games. 3 games, you gotta play. So I'm not really worried about it either way. I think anybody that's hurt, they want to win a championship, they're gonna get out there and play some football. We went through years and years and years of people playing all season long with injuries. You can play 3 games. You can play 3 games.
Yeah, facts. But the whole thing that it wasn't never an abdomen, man. And now Jalen Hurts, right? We all heard about the whole, oh my God, it's worse than we thought, and yada yada. Like to me, I feel like that Nick Sirianni was trying to boost Jalen Hurts' MVP status a little bit more after that game, because he know he's behind. He missed 2 games. I feel like that he tried to say, Jalen Hurts, oh my God, it's hurting him so bad. He had to gut through it. You know how Nick Sirianni is, right? He's a player's coach.
He throws some extra on it to make you think about it, for sure.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Because, hey, Jalen Hurts looked fine. He looked fine throwing today. I mean, he's out there. Josh Sweat, he looked fine going through the drills today. AJ Brown. Everybody was like, oh my God. Look, we have 9 days, 8 days before we finally play a game. I'm not worried about none of these injuries, man. I'm really not. We are getting healthy at the right time. And thank God for this first round bye, bro. If we didn't have this first round bye, I might be a little worried, but hey, we got the first round bye. So it is what it is. But what's up, Green Queen? What's up, man? I'm sorry. Look, for those of you who just now tuning in, me and Bergen was actually on time. But Friday the 13th strike us really, really bad. We was going live, and it kicked us off of Restream, and I tried to attempt to go back on Restream, kicked us out again. So we had to, beat feet to StreamYard, and that's why we are here. I'm sorry that we're late. I take the blame for it. Bergen was trying to tell me to go on StreamYard, but it is what it is. But now, hey, look, hey, all right, Jalen Hurts. Jalen's freaking Hurts. Mr. All-Pro. That's his new name. It's not even Jalen Hurts no more. Call him Mr. All-Pro. He made the second team All-Pro today, along with AJ Brown, Bradbury, Hassan Reddick. I mean, talk to me about Jalen Hurts, man. He did something that no quarterback in the NFC East have done by far, including the one in Dallas.
Yeah, man. He's that dude. I really think he should be on first team All-Pro. Forget Patty Mahomes. Like I said, Patty cost his team the losses this year. Jalen has never cost his team a loss this whole year. I think they said he's 14-win quarterback in this season. That hasn't been done. I don't know what it was exactly, but I remember I read something that said no other quarterback in NFL history had 14 regular season wins. And I don't know how that works out with the Patriots being 19-1, but I don't, he's been special ever since he started playing, period. He's broken plenty of records. He should have been MVP if he didn't get hurt, which is a sad story in itself. Because now it's going back to Carson Wentz days. Remember, Carson should have been MVP, then he got hurt, then he wasn't MVP no more. Now Jalen suffering kind of the same thing right now. He should have been an MVP, but he got hurt, so he's not there. But either way it goes, he might not have been the MVP, but I truly believe Jalen Hurts will be a Super Bowl MVP this year.
But do you feel like, because look, the beat writer was like, you know what? If Jalen Hurts did not get hurt, he probably would have been an MVP. So let's make him an All-Pro. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that, that's kind of like, okay, all right, it's not your fault you got hurt, blah, blah, blah. Hey, you know what? We're not going to punish you. We cannot give you the MVP, but we sure can give you an all-pro nod. You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like, hey, that's what they did?
Something similar to that. You just look at the stats. Last year, Jalen Hurts was a Pro Bowl alternate. This year, he's a Pro Bowl starter. And he's second team All Pro. Like, it's letting you know it basically says he's the second best quarterback in the league right now. And
oh yeah, absolutely.
Dak lovers, all Rodgers, Brady's, all they got. Jalen Hurts this year is the second best quarterback in the league, is what they're saying. And I believe he's the first best quarterback. I think he's better than Patty. I know people hate me for that, but I'm the biggest Jalen Hurts fan. And I will say that, Patrick Mahomes does make magic happen on that football field. But at the same time, like, he's not diverse like Jalen. He can't do both. He does run sometime, but Jalen Hurts put up 700 something yards rushing this year, 13 touchdowns rushing this year, plus he threw for 35. So he did his big one this year, and I just want everybody to know that Jalen Hurts is that dude.
Hey man, hey, shout out to all y'all, man. Miss Birkin, man, King DV. Make sure y'all hit that like button for us, man. Please, please, please. And we will be sharing this on all platforms after this is over. Like I said, I was running late. Only had time to just put it on one channel, but we will definitely be sharing this on all platforms after this. What's up, Simone with the sports, man?
With the sports.
Nina, as always. Ted, what's up, Ted? CG, what's going on, CG, man? Hey, good luck. Hey, good luck on your with your 49ers, man, against the Seahawks. I'm calling the biggest upset of the weekend. Seahawks over 49ers. But, hey, who knows, man? Who knows? We'll see what happens. Any sport, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Hey, look, all right. So,
Jalen,
let's stay on Jalen Hurts.
461 yards, 35 touchdowns, 66.5 completion ratio with a 101.5 quarterback rating.
Woo! Yeah, absolutely. Yo, this dude was on fire.
That's fire.
I mean, Jalen Hurts is the real deal. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he is the real deal. Before in July.
We're you add those 2 games, he would have hit 5,000. Like, he's on pace for exactly what I thought he would do this year. You know what I'm saying? Minus those 2 games. So I'm really feeling good about Jalen Hurts, and the thing that he has not even primed out. He has not even touched the peak years yet. He's still a 24-year-old second-year quarterback, but he's already an all-pro and MVP candidate. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something special. We got a good one for years to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let me ask you this question, because I feel like this is where a lot of Eagle fans, hey, we about to be split. All right, we about to be split on this one. And I think that me and Simone, we kind of got into it a little bit, I think. But Jalen Hurts, a lot of people is saying, pay the man. Pay him this offseason. Break the bank on Jalen Hurts. What do you say? Do we have to pay Jalen Hurts this offseason?
Well, is he a free agent at the end of the year?
Well, this is his last. He's going into his 4th year. There is no 5th-year option because he was a 2nd-round pick. So this is his up. Next year will be his 4th and final year, and after that, he will become a free agent.
I look at it 2 ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we go win a Super Bowl, Jalen, just chill out for 1 more year. We get you sometime during next year, get you that extension. You know what I'm saying? So we can have the salary cap. I think Howie's moving over like $5 million from last year. The TV money kicks in. Like I told everybody's worried about this team just all of a sudden disintegrating, becoming nothing no more. But you got to realize the TV money is going to add like $25 million to the salary cap every year moving forward from here on out. So every year that we can stretch another season is going to be another year we're going to be able to keep that many more players. So, if we win the Super Bowl this year, I say you go out, you re-sign the guys we need to re-sign to keep this team stable. And then, Jalen Hurts still get paid next year. And we just got to hope that his agents believe that way, because I think you can wait on that one and pay him next year. Like, if that's going to help our team moving forward, then let's pay him next year. If we're going to lose people regardless, then go ahead and pay the man. Just go ahead and give him his money, because he's going to earn a big contract after winning the Super Bowl this year, especially with a Super Bowl MVP. So you're going to have to pay him eventually, now or later. But the longer you wait to pay him, the more money you got to give him.
See,
So,
look, I'm a little shocked, man. You know what I mean? Because that's not you right now, man. I don't like this because this is my take, all right? I don't like that because you all about pay the man, and now all of a sudden you changing your tone. Because, all right, look, I see it this way. If Jalen Hurts go out and win a Super Bowl, right, you have to keep the team. You have to pay. You have to pay the people around him. That's the reason why we are so freaking good. Regardless, if he go out and win a Super Bowl, you're going to pay him regardless, whatever he wants. But if you do not pay, if you do pay him, who's expandable? Like how many guys are you going to lose? Gardner, a big piece on our defense. Bradbury, a big piece on our defense. Kaiser White, I think he's gone because Nakobe Dean, he needs his play time, definitely. But hey, Hargrave, Brandon Graham, Kelsey might want to come back.
It's the wizard when it comes to contracts.
I hear you. So that's what I'm saying.
Shake and bake, baby. He knows how to shake and bake. He already see that TV money coming over the next year and the year after and year after. So he's going to set up these contracts where we're going to see big contracts get thrown out there. But you're going to be like, how are we going to be able to afford? Remember how last year the Rams were able to afford all the people were like, where are you getting this money from? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the backload stuff. And I think that's what's going to happen. It's big sign-in bonuses, backloaded contracts is what's going to keep this team together next year. And a lot of these players, you think about it, right? If Jason Kelsey stays, that's cool. But if he leaves, we got to back up for him. Who else? Bradbury, you need to re-sign him.
We don't have a backup for him.
Unless you go and draft the first-round pick cornerback.
He's not going to be like Bradbury.
TJ's getting re-signed, period, because he's the best safety we got. And I guarantee Howard re-signs that one. Hargraves, you look at Hargraves. Is Fletch coming back for another year? Or are you going to, let Hargraves walk? Or are you going to re-sign Hargrave, and let Fletch walk? But we still got Jordan Davis. We still got, Milton Williams playing good ball this year. We still got Marlon Tuilopo. He played good until he got hurt this year. So we still got some DTs back there. And not everybody can have 6-7 DTs on their team. So somebody's going to have to get left out of that bunch. The linebacker position, like you said, Kaiser White, TJ Edwards. Who do you want to keep? Everybody's down.
TJ Edwards?
Everybody's down on Kaiser White, but I think Kaiser White has a bigger ceiling than TJ.
Absolutely not.
I think he does.
TJ Edwards is just hitting his peak. TJ Edwards is the second best linebacker in the whole NFL. This dude is the second leading tackler, linebacker in the whole NFL.
Yeah, either way, come on. We already know the game with the whole leading tackles thing. We had two of the leading tackles on our team last year. Don't you remember Singleton? Don't you remember what that
No. Not Singleton, nah, man. That dude, look, this dude, half his tackles was him chasing. Half his tackles was him chasing the guys down. It wasn't meeting nobody at the hole. This dude right here, TJ Edwards, I'm telling you right now, I'm tired of us letting our young core go. For what? We're not going to find another. Look, if you pair him with Nakobe Dean, we're good. I'm telling you right now, you have to pay TJ Edwards.
Nakobe to outside linebacker, and I feel like Dean's a middle linebacker. That's why I say it. It's no shade towards Edwards. It's just that,
but we only play two linebackers half the time.
Kaiser played.
We literally only play two linebackers.
He might have had a couple of bad games over the last little stint here, but a lot of people had bad games over the last couple of games.
But we only play two linebackers half the time, though.
Making a lot of plays early in the season.
But that makes no sense. He doesn't lead our team in tackles. TJ Edwards does. So Kaiser White to me was okay this year.
But
he was okay. I think Nakobe Dean will be better than Kaiser White, but you have to keep TJ Edwards. You have to.
Kaiser White could be better than Nakobe.
Well, he ain't showed me this year, and his team was stacked.
If he were to replace TJ Edwards, he would have just as many or more tackles next year.
But why are you going to get rid? Okay, who had a better year, Edwards or White?
Changing one of their position. Both of those guys are middle linebackers, and that's what people don't realize. They're both middle linebackers. And I know you.
How many linebackers we played this year on the field? That's what. And you're not answering my question. How many linebackers did the Eagles play on the field this year at the time? Two. Hassan Reddick was an end. So regardless, It doesn't matter. N'Kobe Dean could play a middle linebacker with TJ Edwards and will be fine without Kaiser White.
It's probably just come down to who wants the most money. You know, who wants the most money out of the two? It's
I think Kaiser
for a big payday. Is TJ won the big payday? Cause down this could be 2 years in a row where TJ plays some good ball with us. So like, who's gonna want the most money? And I think that's how he's gonna look at. He's gonna pay the one that wants the least amount of money, and he's gonna give the rest of the money to. I mean, he's gonna let Dean fill in for the other one. But I really, like I said, like it's more of a like, I want to see Dean behind Davis. You know what I'm saying? I want him back in his original spot, leading this defense for years to come. You know, that's what I want to see from N'Kobe Dean. You know, so I'm not saying like I'm just saying I'm not saying either one. I don't really care at the matter. I think they're both really good football players. I think TJ Edwards having a hell of a year this year, but I always looked at TJ Edwards as being like that backup that just been playing good. You know what I'm saying?
In the
like,
wrong system. But
yeah.
This year, he was in a perfect system this year. Like we finally, we had the right players up front. The middle linebacker. This dude is the second highest graded linebacker in the league, man. So there's no way you're going to get rid of him, man. You know, it's just like, okay, and you get rid of him, and now, Kaiser White. Kaiser White was supposed to come here and be that dude. Like, we thought that he was going to be,
but he played some good football this year.
But not better than Edwards.
In the beginning of the season, it was the Kaiser White show. He the one with the picks early in the season. He's the one that was making big plays. At the end of the year is when you start really.
That was preseason, I think.
That was the beginning of season 2. Like I think,
man, that was so long ago. I don't remember.
Games or whatnot. It's like, and then late in the year, like I said, over the last couple of games, he has made some suspect plays. But you got to look at our whole defense as a whole was been flipped upside down. When you lost Charlie Gardner-Johnson, when you lost, guys like Maddox, like we had to play a different defense than what we're accustomed to, and I think that kind of put them in situations where it wasn't beneficial for them. But in the long run, if you got a guy like Dean that could come in and replace a guy like you just look, for me, it's like positional value. If you got a middle linebacker, you can continue. You got a middle linebacker in the wing, or you can pay that middle linebacker while you still got a middle linebacker in the wing, or you can let that outside. You're gonna pay that outside linebacker and know that it's going to be okay because you still got a star middle linebacker coming in the wings.
I still think that look, N'Kobe Dean could play middle. I mean, he definitely could play middle linebacker.
So do you think TJ can play outside linebacker?
Yes, I do. I do think that, it just, whoever want the most money, I feel like that we should, because Kaiser White came here on a 1-year prove-it deal. And, he didn't really prove anything. You know what I mean? So is he willing to stay and say, hey, let me get this another shot? And then TJ Edwards, he's trying to break the bank. Okay, but I really think that we should keep TJ, man, or we're going to end up in the same situation like a Jordan Hicks. Remember Jordan Hicks? Yeah. Remember that dude? Man, he left the Eagles, man, and this dude is a monster, at Arizona and, everywhere he went, because we let him go so early. Like, I'm tired of grooming these guys we draft just to let them go. Like, I'm tired of that. Give these guys a chance. But Bradbury, we have to pay Bradbury. We have to pay CJ. I mean, there's no question in my mind. We have to pay those guys. I don't want to draft no DB. I mean, we still got McPherson that, that we drafted, 2 years ago that can't get on the field.
Yeah, McPherson. He makes big plays on special teams, but like you said, he's no elite cornerback by any shades. So, there are some top cornerbacks coming out of the league, out of college this upcoming season. If you don't play Bradbury, you're going to use one of those 2 first-round picks to go get a cornerback, just straight up. So it's up to what Howie feels like. What's the upcoming cornerback free agency look like? Like, are you going to play Bradbury? Bradbury had a great year, second-team All-Pro. I don't understand how he made second-team All-Pro, and he has played first-team All-Pro. But then
no. See, and that's the problem. The problem is, like, the first list that came out was the NFL players, the wish list. Well, a player, who do you think is playing better? You know what I mean? Who you like to see on the first team? It's a popularity contest. But the beat writers are the one. That's why I said today, I'm like, why even do that? Why even have 2 lists that comes out? Because I thought that Big Play Slay was on it. I thought that Big Play Slay was first team All-Pro. But I was saying, okay, well, Bradbury really outplayed big play state this year. I don't care what anybody say. So I'm like, if Slay's first team, then Bradbury got snubbed. So when I saw the second team All-Pro came out, Bradbury was on there. I'm like, okay, and Slay wasn't. I'm like,
but he outplayed Slay, but Slay did more of the primary number one receiver. You know, he is our number one cornerback. Bradbury's number 2. He's the number 2 on our team. So he did have a great season.
I seen Bradbury, covering some number ones.
Slay's that dude. And if you're going to put him at second, we're going to put Bradbury at, second All-Pro, you should have put Slay on there too. That's what I feel about it. Slay had, he started off the season really hot. And, he kind of cooled off, but at the same time, he never really gave up nothing.
Yeah, but all year, Slay was not ahead of Bradbury in no stats, and none of them. All year, it's been Bradbury.
But regardless if you're the number one cornerback, you're not going to get as many targets.
But Bradbury, look, he guarded a lot of wide receivers, a lot of big body wide receivers. I mean, he didn't shy away from none of that, man. It was a point in the season where they wasn't even looking towards his side. You know what I mean? So look, I'm not going to say that Slay did not deserve it. Even he tweeted out today, they hate me. Hey, Javon Hargrave, he tweeted out today, they hate us. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I like that mentality.
For DTs, and he did not make it on pro.
That is criminal. That is criminal to me. That is like, I don't understand how that happened. How in the world that happened? Somebody needs to be investigated. The NFL needs to investigate somebody, because how in the world your defensive tackle, first among interior D-line in pressure percentage, right? This dude, 11 sacks. I mean, fan favorite. First of all, he won the fan favorite for the Pro Bowl, and he don't make the Pro Bowl. He make it as an alternate, and then the ultimate disrespect that he don't even make All-Pro first or second team. Somebody needs to be investigated for this shit.
And see, I like it for one reason. You still hate on the Eagles, man. What more do the Eagles have to do? What more do we have to do as an organization, as individual players? We've broken records that never been broken before. First time ever, 4 guys, with double-digit stats on the same defensive line. Come on now. Come on.
Look at this right there. Look at that right there. Franchise record, right? That's one. That's one right there. Look. Franchise single season total TD, right? That's another one. Eagles offense, 10 rush, 10 reception, first time in franchise history. I'm not done yet. Franchise record. I mean, when Miles Sanders came out and said this team is a all-star team, whatever, everyone's like, no, not the jinx again. This dude was correct.
I told him.
Literally, our whole defense could have been on a Pro Bowl. Our whole offense could have been on Pro Bowl. This is an all-pro team right here.
And that's why I was defending Booby back then. Because I was like, listen, you got to take it from his perspective. He's going to practice. He sees all these Pro Bowlers. You know what I'm saying? These are players that already made it, have accomplishments in the NFL. And when he looked at the roster, he's like, it feels like we're playing what they said. They said that they all said it. He didn't say that it was just him. He said, we feel like we're playing on an all-star team. And really,
he came out and said it publicly, though.
It's an all-star team. We got 17 out of 22 starters going to the Pro Bowl. It's either Pro Bowl starters or alternates. That means you playing on an all-star team, my guy. When you got all these players doing big things on both sides of the football, CJG leading the league in interceptions. Still, he was out, 3-4 weeks, still lead the league in the interceptions. You know what I'm saying?
5 weeks. CJ?
5 weeks. Still led the league.
Yeah, CJ was out 5 weeks.
Miles 1,300 yards. You got AJ breaking the receiving record.
Look at this. Look at this right here. Dallas Goedert. Missed 4 weeks, 5 games. He's still first among tight end and YAC. And he missed time. This whole team. It's the whole team.
If Goddard didn't get hurt, I swear, I said at the beginning of the season, I thought we should have had 3,000-yard receivers with Goddard being the third. And if he didn't get hurt, I think he was on pace for it. You know what I'm saying? And it might have been something nice, you know what I'm saying? But it's something special. But even to have the two that we do got, AJ and Devontae, I told everybody at the beginning of the season, AJ's going to have more yards. Devontae's going to have more receptions. And that's how it turned out to be. Devontae broke the Eagles record for receptions, in a season. AJ broke the receiver record for most yards in the season. Double-digit touchdowns. Devontae, what do you have, like 7 or 8 touchdowns, man? Like, it's been a very special year, and I'm just happy that like people are starting to really understand the potential of this team, and that's why I say we can't be beat. We can't.
Yeah.
We lost 3 games this year, and all 3 games we beat ourselves. All 3 of them.
Yeah.
There's not one game that we sat there like, dang, that team was that much better, and they just put a whooping on us. We beat ourselves in all those games. The Minshew Dallas game, we could have won. All those mistakes Minshew made, and we still only lost by 6. Like, we could have beat that game. We could have swept the Cowboys this year. You look at
Yo, BG. Hey, look at the screen, BG. Hey, this might be a little small on Twitter. Hey, July 18, 2022. Here we go. July 18, 2022. Look what my prediction was. My 5-bowl prediction. Jalen Hurts win MVP. Devontae Smith, top 5 NFL reception, 1,100 yards, 10 TD. Miles Sanders, top 3 in rushing, 1,175. Dallas got a top 3 in reception yards, 85, if he didn't get hurt. And Chauncey Gardner getting hurt kind of hurt our turnover. You know what I mean? Because that dude was a ball hog.
When he was in the game,
what I mean? So he
was number 1 in turnovers when Chauncey was playing.
Absolutely.
When that stopped.
Yeah, absolutely, we was. So, you know what I mean? So, I saw this coming just because of the talent we had. You know what I mean? With Hassan Reddick on this team, it's because of Hassan Reddick. If people is talking about, well, Hassan Reddick, he's surrounded by an all-star front, it's because, guess what? We had Sweat last year. We had Hargrave last year. We had Brandon Graham. Yes, he got hurt. We had Fletcher Cox. We had Milton Williams. We had all these guys last year. What's the difference? Hassan Reddick. This dude made everybody better. He's one of the most he don't get double teamed
pass rushers in the league. Disrespected, I feel like. There's no other player that's been to 3 different teams and had double-digit sacks. No other players besides Hassan Reddick. And he's done it. And now, not only did he come to a team that is better, like for people to say it's a talent around him, for one, he did it on 2 crappier defenses. You know what I'm saying? And the Cardinals defense is not as good as this defense. Panthers defense definitely wasn't as good as this defense. So he already did it there. He came here with more talent, and guess what? The number went up. Like it was supposed to. 16 sacks this year. What was Bosa at? 18?
Bosa has Bosa is at 17 and a half.
17 and a half.
Unless he got another sack this last game.
So
but
1.5
last time I
sacks
checked,
behind
17 and a half.
Bosa, and really, if you want to look at the whole Bosa, Parsons, Reddick still had more, forced fumbles, fumble recovery.
Yes.
He had more stats.
5 forced fumbles, a 3 fumble recovery.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think he got disrespected being second team. I think he should have been on that first team with Bosa. He should have been on that first team with Bosa. Like, Michael Parsons had a good year, but he's been non-existent over the last 5 weeks of football. So why are you going to give it to a guy?
Longer than that.
Every single week we've seen it. It wasn't like, Reddick had just one monster game with like 6 sacks, 7 sacks. He's been consistently getting to the quarterback every single week, putting it on him. And I think that, he's better than Parsons to me. This year he was. He's better.
And that's what people fail to realize. Every time I was like, look, we talk about this year. Hey, all right. So the difference is, yes, Parsons is younger. You know what I mean? His ceiling might be higher, further on down the line. But we're talking about this year. We're talking about this year, and not last year. And we're talking about this year, just based on play. When you put on the tape, how could you win? How could you win the NFC Player of the Month? How could you win the NFC Player of the Month now over all these? Bosa is in NFC last time I checked. Parsons is in the NFC last time I checked.
Yep.
And Reddick once again won NFC Player of the Month. So I mean, to me, the eye test, my eyes is good at 2020. But look, that's what people was talking about. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick because like they went off this chart right here, right? It's somebody I was arguing with on Twitter, and I guess they had, somebody do a research for them. And, just based on the run defense snap, right? Your Parsons plays 65 more run defensive snaps than Hassan Reddick. So, of course, you know what I mean? Like some of these stats right here, all these percentage, blah, blah, blah. Yo, when you watch the games, Hassan Reddick wrecks the game. Micah Parsons had 1 sack over the past 6 games. Woo. 1.5 sacks the past 6 games. Half the season, Micah Parsons had 0 sacks for 8 games.
Damn.
And guess what? He had 6 games with 2 sacks. So that means it's either a sack or bust. That's what it is. It's either a sack or bust. 6 games with 2 sacks. He was at 12. He was at 12 at week 11. Week 11, he was at 12. He finished with 13.5. So how the hell are you going to tell me, just based on my eyes? Nah.
Yeah,
you can't tell me that.
For sure. But at least they got him on a second team. I feel like I said, he should have been first team. You could have dropped Micah to the second team this year. But it's a popularity contest at the end of the day. He had such a great first year that, they kind of took some credit from last year and pushed it onto this year. And he started out the season really hot. So, like I said, we don't get the respect we need in Philly. And I kind of like it because now you can just motivate these players to show you what time it is, this playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That we still are the best team in football. There's not another team out there to have a better record than us. There's not another team that dominated like us. Hell, we almost broke the 74 Bears record for sacks. That's crazy on defense. So, we're going to have to let it play out. But like I told you at the beginning of the season, this team is built different. They are ready to roll. We had to take some faults. I said 14-3. We're 14-3. The 3 losses definitely weren't the 3 losses I thought it was going to be in the beginning of the year. But think about it. 2 of those losses came inside the division, which division games are the most wacky, type losses you can get. And like I said, we beat ourselves.
Absolutely.
So I really feel good about the team. To me, this team could be 17-0. It could be. If Jalen Hurts doesn't get hurt, I'm saying 16-1, 17-0 is what we would have been. Because both of those games, I feel like if Jalen played either one of those 2 games, it would have been a W on both.
Honest truth, man, we could. That Washington game that we was at, we could have went 18-0. That Washington game, if Quez Watkins don't fumble that ball, we go down and score. You know what I mean? And we take the lead. So I mean. And then the fluke of the Saints, if Jalen Hurts played that, we win that game. And then the Dallas shootout, meant you gave them 4 turnovers. We could have been 18-0.
17.
Yeah, 17-0. But I mean, do I want to be 17-0? Never facing adversity? I don't. I want this team to face adversity, and that's why it was good. It was good that they lost. 2 games, back-to-back games. It was good because it got them refocused. You know what I mean? It made them go back and say, hey, look, what are we doing wrong? Even though Jalen Hurts didn't play, but still, the defense wasn't playing as great, as good it was before. So I'm kind of glad that they lost those back-to-back games. And now the target is really not on us.
It made us lose steam. We were like a locomotive just trucking along, you know what I'm saying? Win. I remember all this Victory Monday. I mean, you got so used to Victory Mondays, you thought that was a normal thing, a weekly thing. You know what I'm saying? To have 2 back-to-back losses the way we lost, I think it kind of took some steam out of it. If Gardner Minshew had to play that last game, I think we possibly lose that last game because the team itself was so used to having the abilities of Jalen Hurts, keeping our defense off the field as much, making spectacular plays in the offense, putting up big yardage, running in, passing. It's we were so used to that. You had that full confidence that even in the Washington game, we were still sitting there we got this game. Like you said, if Quez doesn't fumble that ball, we still felt like we won, that we could have won that game. And I felt like when Minshew played, we didn't have that feeling no more. You know what I'm saying? The team didn't have that feeling no more. The swag was not there. There were no mustaches in the crowd, yapping, yeah, we got this. It was one of them situations where your leader was gone and you seen it and you understood it. And like I said, that probably is the reason why Nick was probably pushing the injury, because I think that should count for MVP of the league. You know what I'm saying? MVP of the league, the most valuable player. And he is the most valuable player to the Philadelphia Eagles, and he was the most valuable player. If you look at stats, in terms of the NFL, like I know Patty had more passing yards, but Patty don't have 700-something yards rushing with 13 touchdowns rushing. So
but that dude got like 5,000-yard passing, and about 40-something. Well, I think how many touchdowns he have? Like 45 total touchdowns. I mean, 5K passing, man, without Tyreek Hill, No, look. Without Tyreek Hill. Yes, he got Trevor. He got Travis Kelce. Yeah. But Juju TikTok haven't done nothing. The past. Stop it, man. Juju's like the
receiver. What are you talking about?
The
only reason he was on Pittsburgh was because Pittsburgh drafted 2 other good receivers that pushed him down a depth chart.
Get the hell out of here. Yeah, that's the reason why they let him go. Juju is, he's a third, he's like a second and a half, good wide receiver. On the Philadelphia Eagles, he's a 4th best wide receiver.
But even on, Tyreek Hill was number 2.
Tyreek Hill was number 1.
Tyreek Hill was number 2.
No. Tyreek Hill was number 1. How could the number 2?
Like this year, Kelce was always Patty Mahomes' number 1 guy, period. Last year he was, this year he was. Again, he was always his number 1 guy. Tyreek put up big plays, yes. You look at who else they get. They got Scanlon, who had a great season with Green Bay the year before that. They went out and got that rookie Ponchero, whatever his name is, and no one even knew.
But listen to these names. But none of those guys all those guys that you name will be 4th best wide receiver on the Eagles, maybe third. I'm telling you right now, look. I'm an Eagles fan, of course, but I'm not going to sit here and let y'all shit on Patrick Mahomes like this. This dude did his thing this year.
Like, you act like you don't put like, we got rid of Tyreek Hill and we gave him like Jalen Reagor and freaking Umbrella Man over there. Like he has some capable receivers, and that's what they showed. They went over there. Juju Smith had one of the best seasons of his career.
When?
He had a lot of big games this year.
But this year, right?
Yeah.
But did you see? Okay, see the thing is, coming into this season, there were pieces. Nothing stood out and said, "Oh my God, damn, Patrick Mahomes is loaded with wide receivers." Nobody said that. Everybody thought that the Chiefs was going to be the 2nd best team in their own conference, in their own division, right? Everybody had the Chargers, and nobody had the Chiefs being as good as they are right now. And Patrick Mahomes throwing for over 5,000 yards. Nobody did.
I had them. You know what I'm saying? As long as they had Andy Reid as their head coach, you got to give them respect. Big Red know how to win football games. Big Red did it here in Philly without weapons.
Yeah, I understand. But, of course, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is better than McNabb, all right?
But you gotta give love to Andy Reid too, and that coaching staff too for Patty Mahomes. And then you gotta give Kelce still the best.
But Patrick Mahomes is a Super Bowl MVP. He's already made man. I'm talking about. See, that's how you know he's a good quarterback, a great quarterback. He took some pieces and still threw for over 5,000 yards. I did not see him throw for no 5,000 yards with Juju TikTok. Scanley. Like in and out the lineup. Like Juju missed half the games. Like he barely played.
They drafted that receiver too, Sky Moore. They got Juju. They got Scanlon.
I barely hear his name. I barely hear Sky Moore name.
No one even knew about that. Ended up being good. Was what? That Ponchero guy, right? That Ponchero, that was name. The rookie.
McKinney. McKinney got 9 receiving touchdowns.
McKinney had a good season too. He was he was good with Minnesota. So like he had pieces. Like one player, when you give 5 good players, it's like 1 great player, 5 good players. That should cross cancel each other out. When the best player was still there, and that was Kelce. And look at the year he had. Amazing first team All-Pro year. Because he is the beast. He's a beast. And like I said,
because you know why? Because that is Patrick Mahomes' safety blanket without Tyreek. Look, I'm not saying that. Look, nobody saw the 5K coming. All right. Nobody said, hey, Patrick Mahomes is going to throw for 5,000 yards, 45 touchdowns. You know what I mean? He made some magic happen. And just like East Coast said, worst defense as well. I mean, that defense is not like the Philadelphia Eagles defense. That defense is mediocre. Like, I mean, they wasn't shutting nobody out. Patrick Mahomes like literally won a lot of these games. And that's why he kind of lost a couple of them by throwing interceptions the last second, because that's what his defense let him down.
The ones he lost, Patty lost. Okay?
Huh?
You can stamp who lost the game, and you can stamp Patty Mahomes' name in there. He lost the game in those games. You know?
Because he had to win it by himself.
Not by himself, man.
He had to win it by himself.
Kelsey had what? 1 or 2 games where he had like 3 or 4.
Who's throwing Kelsey the ball?
Like,
who's throwing Kelsey the
He's
ball?
a dominating player.
Who's throwing Kelsey the ball?
Who's throwing the plays?
What? Burgang, stop it, man. Hey, you know football. Who's throwing him the ball? Who's throwing Kelsey the ball?
I promise you like this. You take the same roster, you take Andy Reid out of the equation, and you put some chump coach in there, and Patty Mahomes don't have no yards. He's not doing nothing. Like it's
But first of all, he is going to have some yards. But I'm not saying that Andy Reid. I'm not saying that Andy Reid don't have anything to do with it. Andy Reid, look, Patrick Mahomes gave Andy Reid confidence to call these plays. Literally, like I didn't see these. What? Are you kidding? Burgang, hey, wake up, wake up. Andy Reid, Patrick
Mahomes confident.
He wasn't doing that with Alex Smith.
Andy Reid did it for years, and he did it with Alex Smith too.
Those kind of plays.
Not
those trick plays like that.
I'm not saying some of the things that Patty Mahomes do. That's what makes him special, is that he does his backyard football stuff. But I'm saying, like, no matter what, Andy Reid always had good players play for him. Like, he's always had good offenses. When has Andy Reid had a bad offense? Patty Mahomes, before Patty Mahomes, Donovan McNabb years, Alex Smith years, whatever years you want to go with quarterbacks for Andy Reid, they were always good. So that's
the year
not
he got fired in Philly.
That's not something.
The year he got fired in Philly, that offense was pathetic. That's why he got fired.
Okay, that was at the end when Andy Reid was being stumped.
What I'm saying is this, man. The reason why Andy Reid could be more creative. Look, Andy Reid is a quarterback coach, and we all know that. You know what I mean? But the type of plays that he's calling now, like the boldness, the reverses, look, let's all get it in a circle, that spin, go line up. What the hell is that? I'm like, what the hell is that play? Right? You're like, let's go. Hi. Hey, you're not doing that with Alex Smith, okay? And you're not doing that. A good quarterback give a coach more confident. Like Doug Peterson, Nick Foles, Nick Foles was starting to play that Super Bowl year. Doug, man, he's starting to be bold. Who called a Philly special in a Super Bowl? Like, everybody's like, no, kick the field goal. Philly special, because he had confidence in the quarterback. So I'm telling you, if you're a great coach and you have a good quarterback that you feel confident in, that could, that's execute the plays, you're going to be bold. Look at Nick Sirianni. Let's go for it. 4th and 1. Let's go, Hurts. Minshew trying to quarterback sneak. He's too light in the ass. He got stuff. You know what I mean? He got up. Damn, Minshew. Like, he's 1 for 1 in quarterback sneak. Hurts is like automatic. So you have to have that quarterback that give your coach the confidence to call the plays.
Now, y'all act like I'm sliding on Patty. Patty's a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He's going to go down one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He's the richest quarterback of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to go down one of the best, too. But all I'm saying is that, you got a great coach, too. Like, the whole Belichick, Brady thing. It's a whole, Montana, what was his coach did. Like, we got a good coach, a good quarterback could perform better. With us, it's like Nick Sirianni's only in his 2nd year. Steichen's only in the 2nd year. Our defense coordinator only in their 2nd year. They're not established, well-known Hall of Fame type coaches, but they still put out, good quarterback play. Look
at these numbers. What the hell is that? That looked like the Carson Wentz year in 2019 with these numbers over here. Like, ain't no wide receiver over a 1K besides your tight end. Come on, man, Bird Gang. Come on, BG.
But your tight end's so great.
Oh, okay. All right, man.
Like, you really need one great receiver and a bunch of good receivers to complement them. And that's what they got. They got one great receiver, and then you got Juju.
They have no number 1 wide receiver, do they?
I like Juju. Y'all hate on Juju.
Do they have a number one
like
wide
Juju.
receiver?
Juju's number one. He's a low end number one.
All right. Hey, trade. Hey, look. Hey, trade Juju for Devontae Smith.
No.
It says he's a number one. He's a number one.
I'm not doing it.
Hey, pair Juju with AJ Brown.
I'll trade Juju. I would have Juju over Watkins.
Yo, that's the third wide receiver on our
He
team.
was number
My
2 last year.
point exactly.
He was number 2 last year.
Hey, shout out to Tia, man, for the $20 super chat. Great entertainment, Jason Goldberg. Appreciate you, man. But look, hey, you got stuck, man. Yo, you trained Juju, their number one, for our number 3 on our team, and you call him a number 1. Just come on, stop, Berg. I can't with you right now. I can't take you serious right now with this tape, man.
I'm just saying, Patty's the man, but Jalen's better. Okay,
he deserved the MVP.
Jalen
Pat Mahomes, if Jalen Hurts did not get hurt, he would have been a,
And think about it. Think about that. You said 5,000 yards, right? If Jalen played those 2 games on the pace that he was going, he would have added an extra 500 yards.
No. He would not throw for 5,000 yards. He would not throw for 5,000 because he missed 2 games.
He would probably threw for how many he threw for this year?
He threw for under like what 33, I think, 3,400 yards.
So you're looking like 38.
So 2 games, he might hit 4,000.
Yeah, and now you go 4,000, and then you take how many more rushing yards he had? 760. He probably would have been close to like 900. So now you're looking at.
But we're talking about quarterback here. We're talking about running, no throwing here. This is
quarterback.
This is his arm.
You would still have to have added that, and he would have been like 5,000 yard quarterback.
Hey, appreciate you, ECG, man. And he was like, take the decimal out of that $10 super chat, and I have a higher number that the Chiefs receivers. Yo, hey, Berg, hey, you're your own, bro.
I know I'm on my own because no one really looked at that, but I really do. There've been plenty of sports announcers that talked about that too, where it's like you can't say he had no weapons because those are still weapons. Like, Juju.
Those are guys. No matter they're not weapons. Those are guys.
Juju's been in a Pro Bowl before, and Juju is a good receiver, and obviously with a good quarterback, he was a good receiver this year. He might not have had 1,000 yards, but he still played a good season. You had all these Scanlon, all these guys making plays, all year long. Like, you still had a plethora of receivers to throw the football to. They weren't a bunch of scrubs. Like if you had a bunch of Raegers on the team and then Kelsey and he did this. Like if you even Carson Wentz that year, he had a bunch of nobodies and he did that. 4,000.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's do this.
You're talking about Pro Bowlers. Scanlon had like one of his best years with Green Bay before he came over there. You know what I'm saying? Who else they picked up? They picked up another receiver, I forgot. And then they drafted the first round plus the Panchero guy. Like he had some people making plays this year.
Okay, all right, do this. All right, do this. Switch. Put Jalen Hurts on the Chiefs and then put Patrick Mahomes on the Philadelphia Eagles. Do Jalen Hurts throw for 5,000 yards with that group besides Kelsey?
I think Andy would actually use his dual threatness.
I say throw because Patrick Mahomes could run too. So I said, do he even throw for 4,000 yards with that group of guys?
4,000, yes.
He throw 4,000 with that group of guys right there.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see Devontae Smith catches this year? Did you see AJ Brown mossing people this year?
With Big Red calling the plays, he's throwing for 4,000. He doesn't get hurt.
I don't
see. I'm saying the coaching. You gotta look at that. You look at a lot of Chiefs plays, man. People are wide open. They're wide open.
I don't see it. I don't see it because the whole point with Jalen Hurts' strength, Jalen Hurts' strength is a dual threat.
It's like shovel passes and all this stuff. Like I'm not saying Patty Mahomes doesn't make things happen on his own, like the backyard football stuff. But I'm just saying, like Jalen Hurts, there's a backyard football stuff too. But most of it's not with his arm; it's mostly with his legs. Think about all the plays. Like Jalen Hurts, the last 2 years got 2 of the best, if not runs in the league for the year. Jalen Hurts makes runs like that. Patty Mahomes makes throws like that. It's a difference, yes. Pure quarterback, yeah, Patty's a little bit better. But overall quarterback, I think Jalen Hurts, he's right there with him.
Look, I'm not going to crap on my quarterback. I mean, I think, Hurts is phenomenal. But you put him on the Chiefs, he's not throwing for 4,000 yards. I think this is because we saw Andy Reid Andy Reid is a pass-heavy guy, but he's not passing with this. Yo, the catches that A.J. Brown was making this year, the catches that Devontae Smith was making that year, none of his wide receivers could do that. Maybe Kelsey, but ain't no Juju TikTok is going to do sideline, tiptoe on the sideline. Oh, my God. I can't with you, man.
I'm a USC fan, so you're not going to hate
do they even have a running back with over a
without me giving some press back? Okay, that's my boy Juju from USC, baby. Fight on, Trojans. Let's go. But like I said, I'm just saying it's not that he had no weapons because those guys still produced. They might not have 1,000 yards, but they did put up big numbers. They did score touchdowns. They did get open.
Look, their running back wasn't even at 1,000. They didn't even have a running back over 1,000 yards. And you can look it up. It ain't gonna pop up. It's not gonna pop up. No wide receiver over 1,000.
Running back,
no running back over 1,000.
How many touchdowns?
One guy over 1,000.
You didn't prove my point. McKinney, how many touchdowns out of the backfield this year? 9. You said
who threw it? Who threw the touchdown? 9. Throw 9.
He's still a running back.
Okay.
Plays. That's what I'm saying. It's not about positions. It's not about yards. It's about did the players make plays. If these guys that you're talking about that are so trash were going out there, they weren't making plays. They were dropping plays and causing losses.
And why do you think they're all free agents, though?
That'd be a whole nother story.
Why do you think all those guys that came to the Chiefs were free agents? Nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted TikTok, Juju TikTok. Yo, this dude was so much on TikTok. That's all I know him for. Yo, I don't even know how to say his last name. All I know is TikTok. Because that's all he was doing last year. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted, MVS.
Run blocking receivers and third down receivers in the game last year before he came to Kansas City.
Who?
Even on that team where they pushed him down because of Johnson and Claypool, Juju still made a lot of impactful plays. The stats didn't show it, but in terms of run blocking for the running backs, in terms of, on third downs when you need to go to somebody, they went to Juju and he made the plays. Juju still was a reliable receiver. You can't just poo-poo on my boy.
I'm not reliable. I hear you, but he's our third best.
And that's all you need to make plays are reliable receivers. Receivers are not going to go out there and drop the football when he throws the ball to them.
All right. I'm all right.
And how many turnovers did Patty have?
I think he had 13, whatever.
Exactly.
But he throws the ball a lot because he had no other body. He don't have a running back to run the ball.
Too, if you look at those numbers, you stretch them out. If Jalen threw the ball that many times, I'm pretty sure his numbers would be a lot closer passing. He just doesn't throw the ball that much. He's a dual threat quarterback. He runs the ball.
But that's not Jalen's strength. You play to your quarterback strength. Huh?
Running and throwing is both his strength. He still had a one-on-one quarterback rating.
I hear you.
When he was throwing the ball, he still was the number one in terms of deep ball throwing this year. It wasn't Patty.
Yeah, fact.
It was Jalen.
Yo, 5,900 yards. Fact. Yo, you put A.J. Smitty in there, man. Come on, man.
But
yo,
Miles
that's
don't
ridiculous.
have 1,300 yards.
Huh?
Miles wouldn't have 1,300 yards. You put him back there.
That's what I'm saying. We had weapons to help Jalen Hurts, unlike the
What's
Chiefs.
What's more dangerous, a passing team or a balanced offense? A passing offense or a balanced offense? You talking about all these passing yards?
A balance, of course, but if you ain't got no option, if you ain't got no balance, look, if you don't have nobody to balance with, so what you gonna do? You gonna throw? You gonna take it on your shoulders and throw it, right?
Like I said,
you can't run the ball.
Why are you so focused on the throwing game? It's not all about passing yards. There's other ways to win, and that's what I'm saying. Jalen brings the other dynamic that Patty don't bring. He helped Miles finally reach his best career season this year, 1,300 yards by opening up the running lanes. There's things that Jalen do for the football team that if Jalen was on that team, guess what? Edwards-Helaire, who the year before had a great year. Last year didn't have so good. This year didn't have so good a year. Edwards-Helaire has a bigger year. McKinney still has a good year. You know what I'm saying? Travis Kelce, still has a great year. Because
the Chiefs' offensive line is not better than the Eagles.
That's
see,
true.
the whole team is not
things that are outside of Patty Mahomes' reign. You know what I'm saying?
You're making my point. He's on the worst team with better numbers.
The Chiefs are the last 5 years in a row division champions. So what the hell are you talking about worst team?
The Chiefs, overall, the Chiefs are better than the Eagles?
They got the same record.
Oh, my God. Okay. See, you plead the fifth. You know what I mean? Thank you for
They
pleading
got
the
the same record, right? What's their record?
fifth.
What's their record right now? 14-3. What's our record? 14-3.
Yo.
Okay.
Yo, hey, you just
Now, if you
proved
want
my
to do
point,
anything,
man.
give respect to the Eagles organization, because look at all these head coaches
What's
in the playoffs that
You
came
might-
from Philadelphia, baby. Woo!
All right, so let's move on, man. Look,
Look
enough
at
about the
these.
Chiefs and stuff like
I'm
that.
tired of
Hey,
talking
the
about that.
playoffs, wild
Jalen
card
Hurts is
weekend,
the
man.
MVP.
Wild card weekend, right? Who do you want the Philadelphia Eagles to face? And before you say it doesn't matter, just give me an answer. All right. All right. So far, we got 4 options: either the Seahawks, the Giants, the Cowboys, or the Bucks. Out of those 4 teams, who do you want the Philadelphia Eagles to play in the first round? Well, you know, the divisional round.
If I have to pick a team,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna say the Cowboys
why?
because I want to beat them with Dak. I'm tired of the mouths. I don't even think they're gonna make it. But I'm just saying, if I could pick one, I want the Cowboys. I think we beat them pretty easily the first game. In the second game, we didn't have our leader, and they barely beat us by 6 points. So I want Jalen to be there. I want Dak to be there, and I want it to be a primetime game where you see Jalen Hurts put on a show, and we beat up the Cowgirls. And they finally know.
What is the easiest matchup for the Eagles? What is the easiest matchup for the Philadelphia Eagles in the divisional round between those 4 teams I just mentioned?
Are you saying the easiest or who I wanted? Because I wanted to play.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey,
Cowboys,
I want the Cowboys too. Yeah, but what team would be the easiest, coming to the length for Philadelphia Eagles? I mean, that's another question. Because some people want the easiest team.
Tampa Bay or Seattle.
Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
It's easier than the Giants?
Division teams, man. People don't realize no matter what, division games are always iffy. So it's like, I think we a better team than the Giants, but say the Giants go into this role, they go into they put a beat down on Minnesota. Now they're hot coming into Philly, and they do have a balanced team. It's about the balanced teams that win Super Bowls. It's a team that can do both. It's not a team that can just air it out. Usually the team that just is a pass-heavy team is a team that loses. Think about all the great quarterbacks that only got 1 Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks of all time, 1 Super Bowl. Because that's what they did. They passed the ball. You need to be balanced when it comes to playoffs. It is the cold season. It is freezing in half of these places. And you got to be able to run that football. And you need, and I think, that's where I give the edge to the Eagles, because we can run and we can throw. And, you look at Seattle, that'll be an easy team to play. Tampa Bay, that'll be another easy team to play. Great.
Seattle could run the ball now.
Huh?
Seattle could run the ball.
Yeah, Walker's a beast. I will give him that. But the quarterback play, I know Geno's had a good season, but I think if you hit Geno in his mouth a couple of times, you'll be good.
I mean, the same thing with Daniel Jones. You punch him in the mouth a couple times, he starts.
Geno don't run. Danny's another, whether we want to admit it or not, he's kind of a through-threat quarterback. Him and Saquon together are the ones that won most of these games this year. Daniel Jones running the football. Saquon, they're piggybacking off each other the whole season. So that's what made Saquon so good this year too. Is like Daniel Jones is always willing to take that nice long run. His thing is the passing. And he's gotten a little bit better with no weapons. If you want to talk about someone that doesn't have any weapons, you look at Daniel Jones. He has no weapons at all, and the Giants are in the playoffs. That's respect.
Yeah.
Juju will be a number 1 easily in New York right now.
Who?
I say if we had Juju on New York, he would be a number 1 easily, in terms of talent-wise with those guys. Galladay ain't did nothing since they picked him up, or Galloway, whatever you want to call him. Slayton's been down. They traded their number 1 draft pick, Kadarius Toney, to the Chiefs. Come on. They had nobody at the receiving core. It was just pretty much the Danny Food Stamps and Saquon Barkley show all year long.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So who do you think we're gonna face? All right, let's put it that way. I mean, so is Dallas beating Tampa Bay?
No. I don't think they're going to beat Tampa Bay, but it has nothing to do with them not being a better team. I just think 7-0 Brady, 7-0 Brady. They beat him this year already, so why not beat him again? I think Brady keeps that streak. And to be honest, I think that'll be the last. That's what I'm saying. He's a dual threat.
Yeah,
That'll be the
he
last
is.
win for Brady's career in a Tampa Bay
Yeah.
jersey.
Look, I feel like that Dallas going to squeak it out, man.
We beat them. And Jalen gets his revenge on Tom Brady for what they did to him last year. Todd Bowles will be sitting on the sideline talking about, I wonder, he can't read defenses. He can't read defenses. So to be honest, besides Dallas, that's who I really want to play. I want to play Tampa Bay just from Bowles and his smart remarks he made about my quarterback last year.
Yeah, look, I hear you. Yo, I also want Dallas. I want Dallas. The best way to shut them Dallas, fans up is to beat them in the playoffs at the link. And guess what? All their Twitters are going to go dark. All right, we ain't going to hear from them for the rest of the year until, training camp about to start up. But I feel like that Tampa Bay, man, Tom Brady is one guy. As much as I can't stand Tom Brady, this dude, playoff Lenny, even though the Bucs haven't been running, have not been running the ball well all year, but playoff Lenny is a serious thing, man. Watch them start running the ball, and we know that Dallas have, some holes, some leaky holes, but Van Der Esch should be coming back this weekend, so we'll see because he was their best run stopper. But I feel like that Tampa Bay could squeak this out. But I do want Dallas. I want Dallas at the link, with a healthy Jalen Hurts, with Lane Johnson, with Josh Sweat, with CJ back, with Blankenship. He's playing at the safety position very, very well. CJ at the slot against CD. Bring it. Bring that. Hey, this ain't no Josiah Scott. This is Chauncey Gardner, his regular position, the nickel position. That's his regular position. This is his first year playing safety. And this dude is a baller. So you put him against Lamb, I would take that.
I would say if Maddox doesn't go out that game, we win that game.
Yeah.
If Maddox doesn't go out, he was having a hell of a game before he got hurt. A hell of a game. He had sacks. He had pressure on him twice. He's covering. No one was doing anything against him. Josiah Scott came off the bench code, and he showed. And that's what lost that football game.
No. What lost that football game was the 4 turnovers.
And Minji.
Or the 3rd and 30. How about that? You like that? You like that? That 3rd and 30, man. That broke my heart.
And it got how much we
my whole soul. And I was like this. There's no play in the world for 3rd and 30. Woo! We got this. Next thing I know.
That's tax, baby. Woo! Let's go. I think everybody's seen that clip.
Next thing I know, I was like, oh my God. I was speechless. If that 3rd and 30 don't happen, if that 3rd and 30 don't happen, if big play Slay don't have a pass interference call on a 4th and 8, and the ball was thrown out of bounds, any of those things don't happen, one turnover don't happen, we win the game. So that's what I want Dallas with the healthy Eagles team. Bring me Dallas all day. But I feel like that Dallas is going home this weekend. And I will be doing my play-by-play, live play-by-play. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's just a gut feeling, So who's all right? So tomorrow games are who? Let me see who's playing tomorrow. Who's playing tomorrow? Tomorrow there's 2 games on tomorrow. Tomorrow we have at 4:30. We have Seattle versus San Fran first. Who do you have in that matchup?
Right now, San Fran's on a roll, man. Purdy's looking good. He's looking pretty good there. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I've still got Pete Carroll's a pretty good coach. I think he knows how to get to him. I think they've lost twice, but the second game, what was it, December 15th it was? They only won by a touchdown or something like that. So I don't know. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. I know that's going to be in San Fran, but I feel like sooner or later that Purdy luck's got to go away. He's Mr. Irrelevant. They've got to be. You see these quarterbacks that are supposed to do nothing that come out and they light it up. They always seem to have that one bad game. You look at even Cooper Rush. I think it was this year with Dallas. he was winning all those games, but when he played against a good team, like boom, like the Eagles, we kind of made him look silly. So I'm still waiting for that silly game, you know what I'm saying, from Purdy, and he hasn't had it yet. And it could be, you never know. It's playoff time. Everybody, the intensity level goes up, the excitement goes up, the gameplay goes up, and even the nerves go up. And with a quarterback like Purdy, leading a franchise like the 49ers into the playoffs, he might choke. I'm not saying he will, but it's a possibility he could. So I do think the Niners will win, but would I be shocked? You still got, Walker the third balling out, running that football over there in Seattle. You still got DK Metcalf over there, playoff DK. He's still dangerous. If Geno Smith was another MVP candidate, so to speak, having a great year this year, if he can light it up this year, you never know. And it's still a possibility that, Seattle, it's a division game. It's a possibility that Seattle could win that football game.
Yeah. And I agree with you because I'm looking at the 49ers schedule since Jimmy G went out. I don't see. All right. So Jimmy G went out. He went out this game right here, I believe, because the next game you see Purdy. Like the Dolphins, their defense, being all banged up all year. He threw for 210. Against Tampa Bay, he threw for 185. Against Seattle, he threw for 217. Against the Commanders, he threw for 234. Against the Raiders, and we all know he threw for 284 and overtime. And against the Cardinals, he threw for 178. It's mind-boggling to me. I don't know about to you, but to me, it's funny how the media have more confidence in San Francisco 49ers with Purdy to go all the way than Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. I don't understand that. I don't understand. They say that the 49ers had the number one defense. They had the number one defense based on what? We have, the number one passing defense. Yeah. We have the number one total yard defense.
Yes.
Up to recently. We have the number one line, 70 sacks. Third time since 1989, I believe, that ever happened. 70 sacks.
Yeah.
We got two shutdown corners. How in the world does 49ers have a better defense? I don't know. I can't get it. Is it the hate for the Eagles or stats? If you go for the stats, everything is pointing towards the Eagles. The normal passing defense. But maybe their rush defense is a little bit better than ours. But overall, I don't see it.
But how is it better than ours? Bosa, you did lead the league in stats, but Reddit's right.
No, their run defense. I think that we are allowing a little bit more than they are on the ground.
They got some beasts. Warner's a beast. A stud, Bosa's a stud. Hufanga, who I wish the Eagles drafted for safety. We won't have no safety problems right now. First team All-Pro in his second year from USC. Another one of my USC boys. Hufanga's a beast. But it's that's about it. They got I forgot his name. Another defensive lineman like Armstead or something like that.
Greenlaw is there, right?
Yeah. But other than that, it's we have all of our boys are bad. All of them. And like you said, I don't like the disrespect by even mentioning the Niners with us. What was their record?
Who?
The Niners?
13-4.
They were 13-4?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. I can't hate on that. But, at the end of the day, it's just they're not the same team. I will give Christian McCaffrey being there. It's been a huge pickup for them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but Debo though. Is Debo back?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be back for this game.
But is he off injured reserve or something? Is he back?
No, I think he's gonna be back for this game.
Okay.
I'm not sure he played the last game of the season. I don't think he did. I think he is gonna be back for this game. Ayuk's been playing pretty decent. Kittle's been lighting it up lately, too as well. So I don't know. They got a good team. I'm not hating on them at all. I'm just saying, their team's not us. We're built different. We're built different than any other team in the league right now. I don't really see any team in the league. Like I said, it's going to take us to beat ourselves to lose a football game from here on out.
So do you think because Purdy is a more pocket passer that they say, hey, is it because of Purdy or their defense? I mean, that they are picking the 49ers to really go in the Super Bowl, to
They
beat
consider him more
whoever
of a
in the
pocket
NFC
passer,
Championship.
but it's the same disrespect they disrespect Jalen for anyway. Oh, he's not just a pure pocket passer. When you play quarterback in this league, it's about making plays. Jalen make big plays. It doesn't matter if it's with his arm or his leg. Yes, as a quarterback, you like to see it more with the arm, but I think he's done great, with his arm. You don't have Devontae Smith having a record number of receptions and A.J. Brown with a record number of yards for your team if he wasn't slinging that rock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I don't know. Jalen does it with less attempts. Like you said, Patty Mahomes throws the ball more. If Jalen threw that many balls, he might have just as many yards too. You y'all can look at even like the biggest difference when AJ came to our team. They're like, oh, AJ Brown's not the best receiver in the division, or he's not the best receiver in the NFC. He is. Look at him. He does big things, maybe behind Justin Jefferson. I don't know. That's kind of close there. They're just two different receivers. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he was on an offense that didn't throw the football, so he still had numbers as if he was on a team that did throw the football a lot, but he had like 100 less targets, 100 less receptions than these guys, but still put up the same amount of yards. And you see it happen again with our team, where he still had less receptions than Smitty, but he had more yards. It's like he's one of them receivers that you got to give. You don't need to have 12 receptions a game. He's gonna put his numbers up regardless. Like, he's just a beast, and he helps in the run game. He's a big physical receiver. How many of those plays you're just like, wow, wow, he's just wide open, or he just caught over someone's neck or someone's head, or what I'm saying? Like, that he's just very explosive. But that's an underrated thing where you look at how many attempts he had as opposed to the other guy, and then you want to look at the stats and you want to be like, oh, this guy's that much better. Not in reality. No, reality is, for me, like I said,
Yeah, I wanted to see, how, like, I just don't see it. I just think, it's just one of them things. The Purdy magic, right? Like the underdog, basically. I think that Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, and they want him to succeed. But I don't see how they are picking the 49ers. Maybe if you're in the chat, you're not an Eagles fan, let me know. Like, I mean, why is the media picking the 49ers when the Philadelphia Eagles overall on defense is, top 3 in defense? I mean, they said they're number 1, but the stats don't add up to me. Maybe the percentage.
Different, like, say the Niners win this week, right? Would you feel different about them? Because I heard that, like,
no, they're facing the Seahawks.
They make it to the divisional round or the championship round. They said Jimmy G will be back. Would you think the team will be that much different?
Man, Jimmy G ain't coming back. Man, Jimmy G ain't coming back. Jimmy G is not coming back, man. There's no way you throw Jimmy G in there. Haven't played since what week is that? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks just to throw him in there. I just don't see him coming back. I don't see him coming back. If Purdy, I think that Purdy could beat the Seahawks. Especially with that defense. Geno Smith is about to be Geno Smith again. I think that the 49ers are going to come after Geno Smith. He going to throw a couple of interceptions. And that's how they're going to lose this game. But I don't see Purdy thrown all over the field. McCaffrey, Ayuk, a little quick wide receiver slants. Kittle's in the middle, but I don't see him going deep every time. So I just think
like a defense too. And then you just look at your coach. Pete Carroll's a defensive coach. You know what I'm saying? And he's won a Super Bowl. You can't say that about the Niners coach. What's his name again?
Shanahan.
He ain't won a Super Bowl. But you can't say.
Yeah, but he's a great offensive mind coach.
He's great, but so is Pete.
Great offensive mind coach.
Great defensive mind.
So ECG, hey, only tackling. I mean, if you're saying that's why they're the number 1 ranked defense because of tackle. Let me see something here. Hassan can't tackle. CJ can't tackle. Nick Bosa is better at both pass rush and tackling. Their defense is on the field a lot longer too. Their time of possession on offense is lower than the Eagles.
You think Hassan Reddick can't tackle? CJ can't tackle?
Hassan Reddick got 48 total tackles
That's
in
bad.
the season. Michael Parsons, I believe, got like 69 or something like that, you know, but that's about almost 20 more. But I mean, do they score on us though? I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Like now a lot of teams is putting up 20 burgers on us. I guess for the 49ers too. But their best pass rushers that they faced so far. But let me see this too, because we have to look at the pass rusher. Because have Purdy faced a pass rusher like the Philadelphia Eagles on here? No. I do not see. Let me see. The Dolphins, Tampa Bay they can't get to the quarterback. Seattle, Commanders, probably the best pass rush defense that they face. The Vegas, the Cardinals. I mean, but we'll see, man. Because we face Dallas. You know, we face the Commanders, of course. The Giants in our own division. They could get to the quarterback. But look, it is what it is. But I just feel like that it's hyping up to be. I want it to be so bad. It's hyping up to be 2017, 2018.
So my question
season, what
to you is, do you feel like no matter what, they're gonna always disrespect this Eagles team? Because I feel like we've still been disrespected. When we were undefeated, they were still claiming other teams were better than us. You know, when we're undefeated, they're still claiming other teams were better than us. That's crazy.
I think it's because of Jalen Hurts. I think it's because of Jalen Hurts. I think it's because of Jalen Hurts.
But why? He proved everything this year.
Because he's not a pure pocket passer. That's what. Like, that's my only reason why. Because if you drop,
that he's not.
Well, yeah, look, I'm with you, but yes, the disrespect will always be there. But look, it is what it is, and I like it though. You know what I mean? Like, Slay is butthurt, Hargrave is butthurt, CJ is butthurt, Dallas Goedert is butthurt. You know what I mean? These guys are hurt. I mean, they all should have been a Pro Bowl, all pros, but they have a chip on their shoulder. Javon Hargrave, he tweeted out today, they hate us. And Big Play Slay quote the tweet and say, hey, they hate me too. You know what I mean? So It is what it is. And then we just got to face the fact that
we got players on the bench that's just ready to do it. That's the whole reason why Sue came to Philly, because he wanted to reign. That's the whole reason why Linval Joseph came to Philly.
Yeah,
they want to reign.
That's the thing.
Those are backup players that can play at high levels for 3 games. If people got to take the whole span, even with the injuries or whatnot, it's not a full season no more. You're just talking about 3 football games left in your year. 3.
Yeah.
All these Bulls can go out there and ball out.
Yeah. I mean,
Sue can ball out for 3 games and take over a game for 3 games if he needs to. We got those guys in the wings in case the starters don't ball out. Mm-hmm. We got the backups there ready to ball out and, take over. We might even see some more Jordan Davis highlights.
Look, it's going to be all hands on deck, man. It's going to be all hands on deck once we get to the playoffs, man. And you're going to see these guys rotating, staying fresh. I'm telling you right now, a week off and then you have some fresh bodies, that's the worst thing that could ever happen for the first opponent facing the Philadelphia Eagles, especially Big Play Slade never been to the second round. He never been to the playoffs. He never been to the playoffs or second round, and he got both. He tweeted out today, I never been to the playoffs. I never been to the second round, and I got both. So he's happy to be there. I mean, hey, we all know these guys, man. Like Bradbury, he's still playing for a contract. Gardner, he's playing for a contract. If Fletcher Cox might be his last year. Brendan Graham might be his last year. Mm-hmm. Kelsey, we had the perfect combination of youth and experience on this team, and hungry folks, humble folks too. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts, like this dude, look, he ain't cracking no smile anytime soon. He said, "I will crack a smile when we're done, when we're finished."
And when we're finished, defense wins championships. At the end of the day, defense does, and that's why I said there's not a defense in the playoffs right now, not one, that is as deep as our defense. You know, as
Oh,
deep
absolutely.
as our defense, and that's what gives me the confidence. Where it would take Jalen Hurts to have to go out there and just throw the game away like he did last year to lose the football game. And I don't think that's him because that's the old Jalen Hurts and the new Jalen
And
Hurts.
that was bad
You
too.
know,
Like that was like, oh my God, I never want to see that guy again.
ever.
And I haven't seen him again like all year. So look, that guy is dead and gone. You know what I mean? So that's not the Jalen Hurts from last year. This is a different kind of Jalen Hurts, you know, and he got weapons. So he doesn't have to force, you know, like he doesn't have to do, you know, everything by himself.
Mhm.
You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, he have weapons around. Hey, there's no Juju's around. There's no Scanley around. It's Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Dallas Goddard. Dallas Goddard is one of the best tight ends in the league. If he didn't get hurt, he probably would have been in the Pro Bowl too. So I mean, he has weapon, a solid offensive line. Lane Johnson said it himself. He's coming back. It wasn't no abdomen injury. It was a groin issue, misinformation out there again. So this team is going to be as healthy as they can all year coming, in the second round of the playoffs.
And I see how you just said you can't be underdogs at 14-3, but even that Super Bowl year, we were underdogs. When Carson went out, what was our record? 12.
We was 13. Well, but Carson, he gave us that 13 win. Yeah. He got hurt. That 13 win.
Brought out the mask that year. It's not about the record, it's about the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like that's down to our, underdog mentality over here in Philadelphia. It's a disrespect. Like you can't respect our players. You can't give them the number one rankings that they need. You can't give them the respect of being the best at their positions that you need. Everybody knows, you should have a Hassan Reddick here at defensive player of the year, but I promise you he won't get it. You should have Jalen Hurts, even though he missed 2 games, considering that he has way less turnovers. Yeah, you might have less yards, but he put up an excellent year. He did not have one bad game throughout the whole season. But you can't give him the MVP because you got Patty Mahomes, who, yes, he has lost games, but he has put up spectacular numbers. You can't give our team the credit as being the best team in the NFL, even though we're the only team undefeated, week 13, week 14. Like, these are disrespectful things. You don't give Hargraves his Pro Bowl like he needs. You said Slade's not even an All-Pro no more. First team Pro Bowl, but no All-Pro, but you got Bradbury over there. Come on, like, it's just the disrespect to this team is just unheard of. It's unheard of. And, I know that these players really probably they all got their own clipping in their locker, you know what I'm saying? Because they all got individual disrespects to each of them. And they're all men. And I think they're going to come out there and show them why they are so great, and we're going to see it. Like, you look at the last year with the Rams, you look at the year before with Tampa Bay, they didn't have no perfect seasons. They lost some football games those years, but those are games that they lost. We're like, wow, they got their ass kicked this week. We really didn't lose no football games, man. Like, for real, like I said, we lost those ourselves. Like, we beat ourselves 3 times this year. So it's even different from those 2 last Super Bowl winning teams. Is we beat ourselves, and as long as we don't do that in the playoffs, we play clean games, man. The sky's the limit for this Eagles team.
Look, we're 14-3. The 49ers is 13-4, and a lot of people are picking the 49ers, to beat us, to come to Philly, to actually come to the link and beat us at home. If that's not underdog, I don't know what is. Like, you know what I mean? So answer me this, East Coast. So who are you picking to go to the Super Bowl, the 49ers or Eagles? Because a lot of the media is picking the 49ers, to go to the Super Bowl. So that's just facts. It's just disrespect. It's not about the record. It's just disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lack of, oh, man.
Like,
we were undefeated.
Grown men that did grown men things all year. They did grown men things all year.
Yeah. Richie, hold on. Let me see this. It showed me a Dallas got a 4th quarter play. Go check out the Texans game. Hurts was looking towards Goddard the whole 4th quarter. So go check that game out. And also go check out the Cardinals game. in the fourth quarter. So, hey, there's plenty of tapes out there.
And Goddard
But,
to me is like the second best tight end in the league. No, Travis Kelce's better than Goddard. I'm not gonna even come out.
yeah. Travis Kelce is better than Goddard.
Like he's the GOAT right now.
Mark Andrews, Mark Andrews to me is, that's like neck and neck.
Did you see Goddard mic'd up this last week? Did you watch that clip?
No.
You know what I noticed from that clip? One is Goddard doesn't talk very much. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you mic'd up and you're not talking like most of the whole game? He like a lot of the plays he's just running around. He didn't say nothing. But for two, you see the impact of Goddard blocking. Now that's one thing I would say that he is better than, Travis Kelce. He's a better complete tight end. Kelce's just a better tight end, like because he gets receptions and all these touchdowns and whatnot. But he's a better complete tight end. Is Dallas Goddard. Like he blocks really good. Like I watched a lot of those plays from that all mic'd up, and he made some key blocks last week, man. He was putting people in the front, and he was just getting there at the right time. Like he's really good at blocking. I think that's why they said Ertz was one of the best tight ends, of all time during his little era there. But Goddard was always going to be better than him because he can do the receiving thing and he can block. And I think that's a lot of our whole receiving core. Like, in terms of like our two studs and Goddard and AJ, they're both really good at what they do in terms of receiving, but they're definitely really good blocking tight ends and receivers, man. Like Goddard really impressed me when I watched that.
Yeah. Absolutely. If he did not get hurt, he would have been in a Pro Bowl. If he didn't get hurt, I'm saying it. He would have been. He lead all tight end right now after missing 4 games and Yak. So that's yard after catch. This dude does not go down easy. He's a bulldog. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys. You give him the ball, he will get that extra yard. He saved us plenty of time. The Cardinals game, like I said, the Texan game in the fourth quarter with big catches. So, look, he's that dude, man. And I'm glad we locked him up. I believe last year before the season start, Josh Sweat is locked up. Maddox is locked up. So all our core guys basically is locked up. A.J. Brown is locked up. Devontae Smith is, we still got a couple more years for him to be locked up. So we're in a good spot. We are in a great position as Philadelphia Eagle fans, and it can only get better. But we have to be smart. You know what I mean? We have to be smart. Even if we don't win the Super Bowl, we do win the Super Bowl. Be smart. Bring these guys back. I don't know one Super Bowl team that won a Super Bowl and came back, after they, paid everybody a buttload of money, because you can't keep everybody. But you have to be smart the way you do it. Jalen Hurts is on a rookie deal. Pay everybody else and say, Jalen Hurts, I got you. Because Harry Roseman will pay him. But everybody else got, just be patient.
What will be your upset special this week?
This weekend?
Yeah.
Man. Look, I would say my upset, I'm looking at the games right now. The Seahawks versus the 49ers. We both got the 49ers winning. The Chargers versus Jacksonville. To me, that's a toss-up. To you, what is it? A toss-up?
I'm giving it
the Chargers versus...
I'm giving it Dougie P.
So my upset will be Miami versus Buffalo. Woo! Miami, Tua ain't playing. Half their team is hurt. If Miami go to Buffalo and beat Buffalo, that's an upset of that's the upset of the week to me. Like you can't, that's the upset of the century right there. Miami have nobody. Like their whole defense is completely destroyed. Like their offense, besides Tyreek Hill and Waddle, their offensive line is not there. So Miami over Buffalo would be my biggest upset. What is yours?
I was gonna say that one too. I was like, no, that's kind of my upset special. Another upset, if you want to really talk about upsets, man. If the Bengals don't go destroy the Ravens without Lamar Jackson, I think that'd be an upset.
But the Ravens defense have gotten better since Raekwon Smith got there. They have really tightened up a little bit. It's their offense that can't put up no points. Exactly. But their defense has started to play
it up the last couple of weeks, too. They're in that playoff form. They've actually been playing their best football right now.
And you told me defense win championship, BG.
That's true. That's
all
true.
Right. So, their defense have gotten a lot better since Raekwon Smith been there. And he got paid. He got rewarded and he got paid. He got the bag. So that game is another divisional game, and they know each other so well. All right. So if Lamar Jackson was there, I mean, would your mindset be different? It's still a blowout.
No.
So Huntley is the reason why it's going to be a blowout.
Yes. It's just like if Jalen Hurts don't play, it meant you got to play the football game. Yeah, I'm not.
But it's not a blowout. Hey, shoot, we're not getting blown out. I'll tell you that.
You seen that same game, right?
Yeah.
Good.
So is Dallas good or trash?
Yeah, Dallas is a rival.
Well, they're a good team.
If you gave me like the Niners or what's another like Minnesota or something against
Minnesota, the team that was down 33-0 at halftime to the Colts.
I'm just saying, like, not the
team that got their head busted to the white meat by the Cowboys, 40-3.
7-4, right?
The team that got blown out last week by the Packers, like that team.
I'm saying versus a Minshew. You know what I'm saying? In the playoffs.
I still take the Eagles, man. Look, the Minnesota Eagles with Minshew, I still will take my Eagles, man. Yo, that Minnesota team is one of those teams, man. I've never seen a team like this. This team, either they own it or they off of it. Like they half their game this season, half their games, they were down double digits in the fourth quarter. But some way, somehow, like the Bills game, the Commanders game.
A man by the name of Justin Jefferson, he refuses. He's the best receiver in the game right now. He is a straight.
I'm not gonna lie, and that's why he's All-Pro.
Yeah,
and matter of fact, he might win
football games too.
Yeah, he might win Office Player of the Year.
Possibility. How many yards he had? 1,700.
Like 17 something.
Woo.
Yeah.
That's nasty as a receiver.
And they got Cook, a running back, and they got Thielen. And now, I don't understand why Detroit line traded. That's what I'm talking about. Why would you trade a young tight end inside your division? It's just like us trading Dallas Goedert to Dallas or the Giants inside our own division. Why? That makes no sense to me.
And I don't think people really understand that dynamic of TJ being on that team. I know he's getting acclimated because he's only played on them for how many games now? Like not very many games, right?
Who, TJ?
How many games he played with him so far?
Oh, he's been there for a while. He was there at the trade deadline. So man, he at least got 9 games under his belt,
But,
so even that first game, he had like 7 catches, like 8 catches. I mean, so
I think that's really going to play more into effect towards the playoffs right now. You know what I'm saying? Having a guy his skill level come out there and play, like, I think it's going to be hard to stop him. Like, it's going to take, like, that team right there is what's Kurt going to do? Is it going to be Kirk Cousins, primetime Kurt, or are you going to be,
I don't trust, man. I do not trust the Vikings at all. I'm sorry. Am I the only one? I don't trust the Vikings, man. I really think the Giants could beat them. I really think the Giants could win this game.
They're so beat up.
Like the Vikings are so up and down. They're either good or bad. Like, I mean, they're not consistent. Like they're like, the only thing that's consistent about the Vikings is inconsistent. That's it. Like, the whole year I've been watching them. Like, it's just like, I don't know. And then you got Kurt with his stupid chain. Get out of here. Get out of here.
You love the chain.
Oh, Kirk Cousins, man. Look, I think another upset for me of the week, Giants beat the Vikings. I think that's going to be the highest seed that go down this. Well, I mean, obviously, the 49ers is not going to go down. They're number 2. So that would be the highest seed to go down to me, the Minnesota Vikings.
Give me what would you think would be the best 3 Super Bowl games?
Oh, shoot. Eagles, Bills. Eagles, Chiefs. Eagles, Bengals. That's like, those are the 3 to me.
Are you doing it because those are the best 3 teams in the AFC?
Absolutely.
And
they are.
Go ahead.
Like Eagles, Dolphins, Eagles, Ravens, like Eagles, like who else is in there?
My
Like,
3 is
go ahead.
Eagles, Chiefs, number 1. You know,
Okay,
'cause
Andy Reid
beat up
versus
on
his
us,
old
the
team.
storyline. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't even think we
So
even beat Andy Reid yet since he left.
no, we have not. We have
So it'd
not.
be awesome to destroy him in the Super Bowl. I want to
Man,
beat Andy Reid.
I don't know about destroying.
My second would be the Eagles Dolphins. Could you imagine?
What? Their whole team is beat up.
Listen, could you imagine if they do make it and Tua does start in the Super Bowl? The buildup you can have, Tua,
No.
Hurts, build up.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That would be a
No.
great build up to the Super Bowl.
That probably will be one of the lowest rating
Tyreek
Super
Hill and
Bowl.
Waddle versus AJ
No.
and Monte. That's a lot of
I think that might be
I see that.
because, the Dolphins team, they're on IR. Like their team is aka IR team. I'm telling you, half their team is done. So trust me, because my boss, he's a Dolphins fan, and that's all. They are on their 6th tackle. Like literally, they taking guys off the practice squad, bring them on, they get hurt. Like I mean, I'm telling him, I'm like, it must be the heat or the water. Something's going on.
That can be their upset special.
I don't want to see no upset special. Like I want to see a Super Bowl like Patriots, Eagles, back and forth. Who's going like back and forth? Like, I don't want to see
And my third team. Imagine if Dougie P takes Jacksonville to the Super Bowl. The only person that won a Super Bowl for us versus the Eagles, man. Because Jacksonville's on fire lately. The last couple weeks they've been rolling pretty good.
Yeah, they are. All right. Let me do mine over then. All right. Definitely, I think that the Eagles, Chiefs, will be top. Yeah. But I also think, could you imagine if Dallas versus Kansas City?
Ooh.
Dallas versus Kansas City.
I don't even like hearing
Dallas versus Kansas City because that is
my stomach.
I know, but that game right there will be a high rating game. It might be the most watched Super Bowl ever because Dallas haven't been there in 26 years and counting, and the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid. Dallas haven't been there in a Super Bowl MVP, that might be the most watched Super Bowl ever. So Eagles, Bills, Dallas, Chiefs. My last one, I had to say it, man. I want to see, the Eagles, Bills. Wait, did I say that already? Eagles, Bills, Eagles, Chiefs, and Dallas Chiefs. The Bengals is cute. It's cute, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I like the teams right now. There's some really good teams in the playoffs right now. I think it's gonna make an epic divisional round, even more epic championship round. And the Super Bowl is gonna be a classic. It's not gonna be one of them, national championship Georgia versus TCU type games in the championship this year. It's gonna be a hard-fought game, man. It's gonna be a hard-fought game. What is the record you're most proud of for what the Eagles are breaking this year? Like, what is the number one record out of all the records we broke? What's that number one record that really makes you feel good about it?
Right there, man. Right there. You know what I mean? Like, this says this hasn't happened since 1989. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of sacks. 70 sacks. We were 2 sacks away from tying the NFL record. Like, this is an accomplishment right there, man. These guys up front, look, a lot of people say they are cover sacks. Okay, cool. But not all of them. You know what I mean? Like, not all of them. But I saw a stat that said that how many, the front four was responsible for 64 of those sacks, out of the 70 or whatever it was. Like, literally that, it's a big number. But we do have 2 great corners. CJ, Gardner Johnson back there, so maybe there were cover sacks, but still 70 sacks. I mean, with the year we played the Vikings in the NFC Championship. They were the number 1 ranked defense. I believe the Saints was the number 1 ranked defense. This never happened before. You know, like, matter of fact, hold up. I think I have it right here. Matter of fact, yep, I do right here. Here we go, man. I mean, it might be a little small, but yo, we right here. We are number 3. We're tied with the 1987 Bears. Like, you know, 1 sack away from the 1989 Vikings, and then 1984, 72 sacks. So we are number 3 in NFL history and tied. Like, this hasn't happened in so long. Like, the latest one was 2000, the Saints with 66, 22 years ago. Like, the latest one.
62? Is that what that says? I can't really see it.
Which one?
The Eagles.
A 72, 1984 Bears, 72 sacks.
No, but I'm saying, what's the next best season we had before that?
A 62, yeah, 62, 1989.
No.
So I mean, this is history, you know.
Yes,
I mean, you could set other records. I mean, look, you can set the franchise, single season record.
The 2 receivers, the first first time ever we have 2 receivers over 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2 receivers,
But that could happen again, though.
But
that could happen again. Yeah, because we haven't had these skilled players. Like, we haven't had 2. You know what I mean? 2.
Remember all those years wishing and hoping and praying that we get 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah.
And we got 2 of them. 2 of them breaking records, man. And to know that they're still young, neither one of them are in their prime, and we got them for years to come. Like, that's exciting to me, and that's probably my favorite record, was seeing how both of those guys went over there, and they both had records individually too. Together, first time ever. 2,000-yard receivers on the Eagles, and individually, Smitty with the reception record. AJ with the yards record. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I'm just saying, that sack record, man. I'm like, wow. I was rooting for that.
Chat too. Hit that like, subscribe, and let us know in the chat what record the Eagles had this year that you feel is most impressive, that you love the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've heard our 2. That we broke a lot of them, so you can pick and choose whichever one you want to. You know what I'm saying?
So Miles Sanders, man, I know man, a lot of people don't like the running backs. The running backs. We could get another running back anywhere. Whew. What is your thought on Miles Sanders, man? You know what I mean? His first year, over 1,000 yards. I mean, this dude has been balling out of control. Hold on, let me pull his thing up right here.
And imagine if we used him, used him. Like,
no, that's not. That's not.
He didn't get hurt if we actually used him the last 3 games. He could have been like. I think he was top 5 this year in rushing.
He was. I'm trying to see. Is this the? No, not that one either. I'm trying to find the Miles Sanders one because I have his stat here. Here we go. Nope, not that one. You had too many. Let me see. Yeah, he was definitely. This is his best year. Here we go. Yeah. Like, he was one of only 4 running back to produce 1,200 plus rushing yards. Like, he's at 1,269, 11 plus rushing touchdowns. He's at 11 and 4.5 rushing average, like 4.90. This dude is averaging almost 5 yards a carry. You give it to him like 2 times, it's basically a first down. So you think, yes, he's going to be a free agent, man. I mean, there's no 50 option. You can't franchise tag him. I mean, what are you doing with Booby, man? I think that we messed up last year by not assigning him. He should be our priority.
First priority, resign Booby.
Wow.
Period. Jalen's better. Booby's better because of Jalen. Jalen's better because of Booby. Receivers are better because of Booby. Like you said, his whole career is 5 yards per carry. Like, he's an explosive play waiting to happen every single time he touches the ball. And you don't just find that anywhere out there. I know how the Eagles, if we can get a new running back, or what about this running back we used to have, Howard and all that. But we even seen last year when Howard was playing good, as soon as Booby came back, he made Howard's numbers look silly. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just makes people look silly. Like, Gainwell's supposed to be the next up-and-coming star running back for the Eagles. And guess what? He kept him on the bench this year. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yes,
kid is
he
a
did.
beast, man. Like straight up
He
dog.
did.
He's young as hell, and he still got plenty left in the tank. You know, he had no tread on those tires because he's always, you know, nicked up or banged up. You know, like I said, if you imagine if Booby doesn't get the last 3 games, you know, he barely even played. If Booby doesn't
Yeah,
get hurt, have that little knee thing, he can be up there. He could be the leading rusher this year. You know,
he didn't get hurt. When did he get hurt?
he got hurt. That I think it was the Dallas game where they said they seen him with the knee brace on after the game, and said that's the reason why we haven't really been playing him the last couple of weeks. Like, he get a couple carries and they kind of get him out there to kind of keep him healthy and keep him fresh for the playoffs, man. Everybody thought it was just because he was sucking, but remember, Gainwell played that like the whole middle of that Saints game. You know what I'm saying? Like Gainwell ended up playing, and it's because like when Booby was in, he was doing good. It's just I think they wanted to keep him fresh. He was taking some hits, and they wanted to get him out of that game. So, you know, I think I think this whole last 3 games they're just saving players. You know, they're like, okay, we're at the end of the season. We just need to win one. We just need to win one, and we get our goal. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to save as much as possible. You know, that's why we had a lot more vanilla offenses than defenses. Like, if you look at our last 3 games, try to game plan from us, looking at those games, we'll come out with nothing very productive or nothing that's just going to help you win us in the playoffs. So it's like Booby Miles is one of them dogs, you know what I'm saying, in the NFL. You know, and we give them more carries. The more carries you give them, you see them, we actually give them the ball this year. And I just think, you know, Booby's just going to have to come off his high horse when it comes to getting paid. Because like they said, Jalen's going to get paid this year. And Booby's got to realize 1 year out of what, 4 or 5? 4?
Who?
How many years Booby been with us? 4?
4. I mean, this is his
1 year out of
his
4
4th
years
year.
of being dominant is not going to get you the number.
Yeah,
one
but
number.
also he wasn't really getting the carries though, man. Like I feel like that, you know, he was in the doghouse for, you know, trying to run outside. Look, a lot of people, hey, they blame that on Deuce. And they always like, hey, he was trying to say, hey, bounce outside, bounce inside. And like this year, he's like, attack the hole or you're going to be on the bench. And now he started following his blocks, his best year ever. You know, his contract year, right? A lot of guys actually ball out their contract year. I mean, is it true? Maybe. Or he finally said, you know what? I'm pissed off about last year. I played, you know, a whole season with no touchdowns last year. And he had a pretty good, I think 800 yards last year, almost 900 yards last year. But they took him out once he got inside the red zone. They took him out.
And he
so it wasn't his
overall
fault.
in rushing. And I feel like he can get between 5 and like be the 5th to 10th highest paid running back. And it'd be a good contract for him. And plus, you know how he likes to sweeten the deal and, you know, give that signing bonus. Where I feel like if he doesn't go try to be the best running back, I think the Eagles can work out something with him. Now, that being said, I would still go out, and I know you guys seen it on the internet, and I'll go get that bull from fucking Texas, B.J. Robson. That dude's a monster, and I think he'll be a great 1-2 punch. You know, when you get in your team, you're getting better every year. You got to keep getting better with younger talent. And to add a guy like him to our roster to back up Booby Miles, you know, you sign Booby to a nice 2-3 year deal, but maybe
we got Gainwell. So why are we wasting a pick on a running back?
Gainwell, to me, Gainwell's just a receiving back for real. Don't get me wrong, when he gets in there, he hits those holes. But I think you need more explosion. You know, you need more explosion out of that position. And I think if you go get a guy like that number 10 overall pick, go get that dude from Texas and bring him in here. And, you know, he can play behind Miles. You never have a drop off, you know, when Miles is on the bench. You know, like we look at Gainwell, we look at Boston Scott, like, yeah, they can do their job as a backup. But why not be like Cleveland or like Dallas where you got 2 number 1s back there? You know what I'm saying? Like you got 2 lead dogs back there. And that would just make our offense that much more dangerous. You know, imagine have 2 lead dogs. Now you got 2 lead receivers. Then you got the best tight end. It's like, now, who are you going to really stop on this team? You know, made our team that much more explosive, that much more dangerous, you know, and we probably win more football games. So as much as I say re-sign Booby, but I would say go get that dude from that. Just like I wanted Walker last year. I thought we should have did it this year. We should have went out and got Walker when he was starting to fall. You know what I'm saying? Walker's a beast. You know, he was the best running back out of the draft last year.
But what round did he go?
Where did he go? Did he go second? I want to say.
What? Sure, that's too high, man. Man, we
Second
ain't draft.
or third
Hey, if you're not shady, if you're not shady on Miles, man.
No,
you
I'm saying You get BJ Robinson in the first. You're gonna get him that 10th pick overall. He's that good. Like, that dude's a
hell no.
beast.
Yo, wait. How you gonna get a wide receiver in 10th pick to sit behind Miles Sanders?
A running back.
Yeah, a running back.
But those type of running backs don't come around very often.
Yeah. Nah, Jay, I'm good.
They don't. Everybody always talk about you can get a running back, but how many great running backs are
you
in the
can?
League? How many great running backs are in the league?
I mean, there's a look. Hey, look. This look. All right. So did you see this running back market that's about to be open? Barkley is on there. Kareem Hunt is on there. Miles Sanders is on there. Madison, he's on there. I think AJ Dillon, he might be on there.
Besides Barkley and
I mean, this solid piece where you could just add back there,
Besides Barkley and Miles Sanders and those other free agent running backs don't want the bag. You're talking about a rookie running back on a rookie contract.
Barkley's going to win the bag.
That's what I'm saying. And BJ, I think it would be just as good to add to this team as if you were to go add to Barkley. I'm saying keep Miles though. This is if you keep Miles.
So if you keep Miles, man, don't draft no running back at no 10th pick. I mean, that's a waste of a pick. That's a waste of a pick.
I don't think so.
I mean, a big play slate is getting older, right? If you're going to use that, why not get a top 10? Picks. Yeah, but
you
already know we're going to keep both of them,
either
man.
offensive or defensive line. Either one of them is going to be that second pick. Offensive, defensive lineman. And you go get a skill position player. You don't need no more receivers. You don't need a quarterback.
Nope.
So why not help your running back out and go get, your running back. That's really the weakest out of all the skill positions. The weakest position is the running back.
What, the running back?
Yeah.
Hell no.
The receivers aren't as bad. You got great receivers there. You got good tight ends already there. You got good offensive line.
Our safety
backups.
Look, our safety, if we don't put CJ back there, if we keep CJ at the nickel,
I think that's an automatic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely
give
will.
$10 million amount. I think that's what I had said when I was on the show with Philly Mike. I go, you have to, Miles Sanders. I think they said the highest running back.
$10 million a year. A year.
Like 12 million, 14 million a year. But
Zeke is the highest paid right now. Zeke is making, I believe, 13.
13, right? So yeah, Miles Sanders, give him 10.
No, that's too high. That's too much.
That's
how many years?
A good running back. 3-year, 10-year, $30 million for 3 years.
I don't know.
Hell, give him $31 million for 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I've been trying to tell. Man, I've been saying
about the money part, but the money's going to go up every year. So you think it might be a lot, but in reality, it's going to be a deal. By the time the deal's over with, it's going to be a deal. Because that market for running backs will be way higher than that. By the end of his deal. So then you're actually coming up good. You're still using them in its prime. And then, like I said, you go get up one of these B.J. Robinson from Texas to be his backup. So when it's that 3-year deal is up, if you don't want to give him that big money, now you already got a lead back ready to roll, and you do it all over again. Nah, man. Okay. I just feel like people don't like hearing, people don't like hearing running back in the first round, because they went away from it. But you think about how many first round running backs that actually were bona fide studs, that still are studs.
Was it Derrick Henry?
Tubbs, Henry.
That's it.
Was Najee a first round pick last when he?
Wait, C-Mac was too, right?
C-Mac,
Christian.
Yeah.
Zeke. Zeke was
first round running backs that came out into the league.
Yeah, but see, all that changed though, man. Look, all that changed. You know why? It's a passing league now.
But even Walker last year,
it's a passing league now.
I think he made it to the second, but he should have been a first round pick. He was that good. He balled out last year. I wanted him on our team in a second. If we would have got him, I would have been. Remember all my mock drafts? I had him Walker, and everybody. Oh, the mock draft even gave me an F. I'm like, man, if you get this guy on your team, no.
Wow. Oh, wow.
It's like I said, it just brings that much more dynamic. That it makes your offense that much harder to stop, especially when you got split backs and you got BJ and Miles in the backfield at the same time, and Jalen Hurts. Okay, how about having fun running the football? Hello, Miles misdirected this way. You got to follow Miles. Jalen fakes it to Miles. Oh, people have the defense following Miles. Have people following Jalen. Oh, but we gave it to B.G. Robinson, and now that fool done win 100 yards for a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like that much more dynamic.
Hey, you playing Madden, man. You playing Madden, BG. Stop playing Madden, man.
I'm being realistic. Imagine
playing Madden right now.
A two-back formation. Imagine this: two-back. B.D. Robinson, Miles Sanders. You still got Goddard. You still got Smitty. You still got Devontae. Like, come on now. I don't care what defensive coordinator you are. That's going to be hard to stop.
When the last time we ran? Hey, you playing Madden right now, man. I know you play Madden at night time, man. But real life, man.
Right?
Hey, look. Hey, Richie put up this stat right here, man. 19.5 mil in 2023. I think that they will redo his contract. Ain't no running back is seeing $19.5 million. And 23, 24, hell no. Like, they're going to redo his contract for real.
They
might give him like signing bonus.
Money and bonus money. That's what people realize. Those big salary cap number hits, that's all teams do is restructure into bonus money and give it to you up front. And once you do that, it's like, whatever. Now you got a lower number, and the player still gets his money. Like, he's going to get his money, especially the way he's playing this year. This is the first year he's not hurt?
Who?
CMC?
Yeah.
Hurt for like 2 years in a row.
Yeah, like big chunks too. Like season, cost me fantasy.
Why you think
every time I picked him
the last 2 years?
Yeah, that's why I didn't draft him in fantasy, man. Yeah, that's why I didn't draft him fantasy.
And that's another one, Richie. That's another guy. I would like to see either one of those guys, Josh Jacobs or Saquon, but that would mean you have to get rid of Miles. If we could get Saquon Barkley and keep Miles at the same time, woo!
All right.
That's fantasy football right there, baby. That's fantasy football right there, baby.
So, look,
a more realistic thing is going into the draft and always upgrade your team with you. You still got that second pick. You still get one of your defensive linemen. You can still get one of your offensive linemen with the second pick, and you just keep rolling from that. You got to take the best player available. And I think Howie Roseman realized that over the last couple of drafts. No matter what position it is, you got to go get it. You're always going, especially the Eagles had 2 first-rounders the whole time. So it's like with 2 first-rounders, it's like you go get your best player available, then you go get your lineman and keep restocking both sides of the line.
Josh Jacobs is going to want money. And Josh Jacobs is the leading rusher this year in the NFL. So, I mean, take him off the board. Take Barkley off the board.
Gone. And then if you do that, why didn't
there's no need.
Does Josh Jacobs average 5 yards per carry his whole career?
Oh, not his whole career.
Exactly. Miles does. Keep him.
Yeah. Look, I'm all for keeping Miles, man. I'm all for. All right, because we do have some real decisions to make, man. BG, man, our heart and soul on the Philadelphia Eagles, defensive line. Walter Payton, Man of the Year, up for, for the award. This is his last year, man. He wants to play another year. He even said it before the season start. I want to play one more year. If it's not for the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm going to go somewhere else. What are we doing with BG, man? And also, Fletcher Cox, man. Are we letting Fletcher Cox go and BG go?
I really think if we win a Super Bowl, we're looking more towards, are they going to even come back and play?
They're running back.
Because I think both of them probably more consider retiring if we do win a Super Bowl this year. I think if we lose in the divisional round, or not divisional round, the championship round, or in the Super Bowl itself, maybe you see them want to be hungry to come back and running back. But I really think some of these players, the BG, the Fletcher Cox, the Kelsey's, if we win the Super Bowl in dominating fashion, they might retire. Straight up. Be done.
I think they're coming back, man. I think, oh my God,
But I also think that BG type of player, he's a heart and soul player to where he'll take a team-friendly deal. He made his money.
I think so too.
And if he wants to take a team-friendly deal, why not bring him back? He wouldn't be starting anymore, but he'll be playing.
Who'll be who'll take his spot?
Probably a first round DN that we draft or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how he loves defensive line, man. He's always gonna keep stacking it up there. You know, Sweat's definitely starting. You know, you never
So
know.
do you feel like, hey,
and Barnett still, like everybody forgot, we have Barnett on the team still.
who?
Barnett plays some good football, man. He has some mistakes, but
I think he had a 2-year deal, but only 1 year guaranteed, and the second year was just option. So he might go back on the market again. Ain't nobody want Barnett, man. That's why he came back to Philly. But Lane Johnson, man, you know, it seemed like every year, man. So do you think that how we actually draft a right tackle in the first round, possibly, maybe with the 10th pick or in the first round? Because Lane Johnson, and we got Kelsey replacement. Mariota is young. Sam is, you know, his dear Dickerson is young. So Lane Johnson is going to be the old head when Kelsey leave. I mean, I think I won't be shocked. I would not be shocked if the Eagles go right tackle in the first round.
I think it's going to be more a defensive line first round than a special offensive skill position player as opposed to offensive lineman this year. Just for the fact that, you know, you can get linemen too in the second and third round. And our backups are pretty good, you know, and they've been here for a while. Like Driscoll.
I don't know about Driscoll though, bro.
Like he's pretty good. Right tackle. His thing is you got to stop moving him around. Stop making him play guard, tackle, guard, left. You know, keep him at right tackle. Let him just stay there behind, you know, Lane until he retires. I still think Lane got a good 2-3 years left. I don't see him leaving.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
you know,
I do too.
Years,
I mean,
I'll keep Lane there and have, you know, Driscoll be his backup. I feel comfortable. I think we can win football games with Driscoll as him. And we've won football games with Driscoll at right tackle before. So it's not like something that hasn't been done yet. And he's only going to get better. He's a young player. He's only going to get better the more experience he plays, the more years he stays in this offense, the more years he gets coached by Stoutland. He's only going to get better moving forward. So I like Lane. I'm not really worried about his replacement. You know, Kelsey, I'm not worried about his that Jorgensen. When he played, he looked good. You know, he looks like the next coming. You know, like he's just waiting for him to play. It's up to, you know, Kelsey if he's going to pass the torch or not. And even if Kelsey comes back for one more year, I still think you can go ahead and let Sayamalo leave and put Jorgensen at right guard to let us play in time start.
All right. So another question. Hey, look, Jonathan Gannon, man, he's going to interview for the Texans job, I believe, tomorrow. I mean, hey, what's your thoughts on that? Because,
Steichen too.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on these coaches interviewing instead of getting ready to play a playoff game next week? I mean, like, are you okay with it, or should they wait until, you know, the Super Bowl? I mean, if they win the Super Bowl, look, that's almost a guaranteed, you know, position, a job. So, I mean, what's the rush? I mean, do you feel like that might hurt the team because instead of game playing, you know, these guys are interviewing for jobs?
Usually every year, the Super Bowl teams, coordinators get interviewed during the playoffs. That's just something that happens every year. All the best coordinators, this is when they get interviewed. And right now, you know, those are two of the hottest coordinators in the league.
Yeah, the enemy is getting interviewed for the coach job.
Mm-hmm. So it's like those are two of the hottest coordinators. So let them go do their thing, man. Like everybody really, like I think Gannon did a good job this year. I'm not a Gannon hater.
Yeah, I think so
his
too.
Defense is his defense, and that's just what it is. And with the players, I told everybody, you get the linebackers, you get some more pass rush. That defense is not going to look as bad. And as you see, we broke records on defense that hasn't been broken before. So, you know, what up, insider? That's
true. That is true. But a lot of people think, hey, you could just plug a defensive coordinator back there. All right, so let's just say Jonathan Gannon leave, Shane Steichen leave. Do we promote within, or do we go out and get a guy like Lovely Smith is out there? That dude, the Broncos ex-defense man. He was with the Eagles all training camp. Avengio. He's gonna be out there.
If you want to keep the same system, yes. If you want to, you know, next year we want say they both left. You know, I'll go with a Brad Johnson, quarterback coach, move him up to offensive coordinators. He's already still been working with Hurts. He understands the system. It'd be like, you keep it. Because really, offensively, it's still Nick Sirianni's offense. I don't care what you say. It's still his offense. He does put his own spin on it, but it's still his offense. So I still think if Johnson came up, you still kind of see the same similar type of offense moving forward, with Jalen Hurts and these guys. So I think that's the easiest fix. Now, on defenses, you just have to make that decision. Even though we had 70 sacks this year, do you want to keep the same style? Because then you go get a Fangio. Let's see, you go get him and go ahead and bring him in as your defense coordinator. But if you want to go something deeper, you go get a more aggressive coach. Like, I don't know. There's some old school coaches I wouldn't even mind bringing in. If you want to go Lovie Smith or something like that, I would rather go get Rex Ryan. Go get Rex Ryan.
Nah, man. Yo, Rex, look.
I think he got that grit.
Man.
Then you put him with
Rex Ryan ain't coaching 30 years.
Look at the other coaches on that defense side. You get like a Tracy Rocker. You bring a Rex Ryan and be fired up back there with him. Woo! I'm telling you, Rex is a beast.
Nah, Rex Ryan is
that defensive mind.
He's outdated, man. He ain't coaching like 30 years, bro.
Look at it. When you sit out sometimes, that helps you adjust to, the situation. He sit out a couple of years. He sees the changes in
couple of years. This dude been out for 20 years at the game.
Hasn't been out that long.
Man, Rex Ryan haven't coached at least 10, I say. At least
10. Like 5.
10. I mean, for who? The Jets? And then he went to I think the Buffalo. I mean, coach, period. I mean, yo, there's a reason why.
I think one show where he was on, and he got all fired up about this Eagles defense. That made me think about him. I'm like, you know what? Maybe he could come back and coach.
The same way that Mike McCarthy said, hey, he's all about. Hey, remember when Mike McCarthy came back?
Lovie was out for a while, and he got his head coaching job. And we're not even talking about a head coach. We're just talking about a assistant coach spot. You know what I'm saying? And all good coaches, you can come back. You can retire for.
I get somebody young and fiery and hungry, man. I'm not going Rex Ryan.
I don't think he'll go sideways. I think he's also up for head coaches. And that's the San Francisco, D'Amico Ryan, who played for it.
D'Amico Ryan, ex-Philadelphia
coordinator.
Yeah,
sideways, man. I think
no. He's not gonna go sideways.
He'll stay with the Niners if that's the case. I don't think he's gonna go sideways and just come over here to get, maybe be up the title, defensive coordinator / head coach. You know how we did with like Dukes or something like that. I mean, maybe then, but he would have to not get no head coaching.
How about Mike Zimmer? Vikings, before he was a Vikings, he was a defensive coordinator. I mean, sometimes
Vic Fangio, because he was at least he was here this year. Would you promote anybody from inside though? Who we got inside, like a rocker, defensive lineman coach, or
I mean, that's the thing, though. We tried to do that before and kind of blew up in our face. Remember when they promoted, who was it? Man, I think either Doug Peterson or was it Doug or Andy Reid?
wanted to recruit everybody from inside. He was trying to bring the whole department guy.
And keep the same.
He was like, I don't care who it is. Anybody inside the building want to raise? Because I got this. I wrote my book. And I'm great. And no matter who we pull up, we're going to win football games, man. We're going to win football games.
All right. So, hey, you saw when Jalen Hurts went out this year, our system kind of like stalled. So a backup quarterback. I think that Gardner Minshew is probably gone. It's safe to say I think he, because he wants a starting job. He was auditioning for a starting job. You have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Miles Sanders, and you went 0 for 2. Maybe the system wasn't, didn't fit him. So who would you go out for as a backup quarterback with a type of Jalen Hurts style? So you won't change the game plan that much.
Guys I have in mind, you guys probably won't even like them.
Who?
One being Cam Newton. Cam's not a starter no more, but Cam can still play football. And for one,
Newton.
Yeah. You won't have to tweak the offense very much with Cam. You know what I'm saying? He runs pretty much. He can run the RPO. He's a big physical back. You know, he's won football games in the league. You know, I don't see him as
There's a reason why he got released at Carolina after they brought him back.
They want to be a starter. He's not a starter no more. You know, he would have to accept not being a starter no more. But for a backup, why not Cam? You know, or and this is another unpopular pick. Kaepernick keeps trying to play. Bring Cap back. Give him his first shot back in the NFL. Let him be a backup to Jalen Hurts.
Man, hey, give me Huntley, man.
No,
hey, give me Huntley from the Ravens, man. Why not? Hey, go get Huntley. Huh?
I'm not a big fan of Huntley.
Man, you trying to get guys that you trying to get Kaepernick haven't played in the league in what?
He was undrafted this year, right? Ian Book. Might as well see what he got next year.
No, he's not the similar style of Jalen Hurts. Ian Book is not an RPO type of guy.
In Notre Dame,
he's not.
He put up big numbers in the RPO offense.
No, he's not. Ian Book is not an RPO type of quarterback, man.
That's what he
you saw him. You saw him play with the Saints, man. This dude got murdered. Like, he got thrown into the fire, man.
But that's not an RPO offense.
Sure, Taysom Hill ran it. Your Taysom Hill could run an RPO.
Like Wildcat when Taysom goes in. That's a passing offense. This is an RPO offense. I think, if you're going to do that, what happened to that guy that we had that did good? In the
backup Philly insider. Hey, a backup. Hey, we don't need a starter. Hey, we just need a backup with kind of like a similar skill set as Jalen Hurts that we won't have to change the whole playbook.
At the beginning of the offseason that we let go. What was that boy's name again?
Oh, I think it was Trevor. Man. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, man.
What's his name?
The black quarterback, right? The black quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was doing good, and I don't know what he did. He must have
undrafted.
Howie. He must have talked crap to Howie, all of them, because he ain't never been back on the team, or he ain't never even got signed. But what was his name? Damn it.
I forgot that. And we always hyped about him too. It was like, oh man, we got to back up to Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know,
who was the backup to Jalen Hurts this offseason? In the very beginning, it was in the beginning of the offseason.
He was undrafted.
Yeah, undrafted guy.
Wasn't it like either Huntley?
It wasn't Huntley.
Man,
what was his name, man?
I forgot who he was, man.
So
Cam Newton is a no. Everybody, don't nobody want no Cam Newton. And look, and Kaepernick haven't played in the league in about 10 years, solid 10 years.
Either I know his name, but it doesn't matter. Richie.
What's his name?
Say his name, Richie. We know it.
It had to be Walker, man. I think he was either.
It wasn't Walker.
Why keep saying Walker?
Hey, but PJ Walker from the Panthers, that might be a decent backup too if you want to keep that.
Yeah.
Going. No, not Nick.
Not Mullins. Nick Mullins. Get out of here. No, he was black. All right. Hey, let him tell you that. Black guy. Yeah. Hey, Nick Mullins and Flacco. Yo, at this point, Eagles chat is just putting anything down. All right, but look.
But I really think, if you figure out what was wrong with him and what's going on with him, because I wouldn't even care if you brought him back. Like Minshew, man, I've never been a big Minshew guy at all. Like,
but I didn't think he was gonna be that bad though, man. Like, I promise you. I thought that we could win one game with Minshew.
Went Minshew Mania. He was trash that game.
Against the Jets?
Yeah.
No, he played pretty well. He played pretty well. Maybe it was because the Jets, right?
Wrong. They're just wide open people. Remember, Nick changed the game plan, the play calling that game, and everybody was wide open. That's why he ended up looking so good. But we changed our game plan up, but he was throwing ducks that whole game.
Jamie something.
Jamie does sound familiar.
He was fine against the Jets though, man.
No, he was not fine. He looked the same way he was throwing the football in Dallas.
Nah, look, the Jets wasn't as good as Dallas. You know what I mean? So that's why we got 4 turnovers. That's why they got 4 turnovers. But Mitchell, to me, like it seems like that he was scared, man. Like the moment was too big for him. Like he was playing happy feet back there. Even when the line was okay,
The whole game.
Like the whole game. Like he was scared. One read, boom. One read, boom. He just wanted the ball out of his hand. And against the Saints, oh my God!
Go
Against
rewatch
the
it, Hunter.
Saints,
I get you. Go rewatch the game. Go watch
Jamie
it.
Newman.
I promise you, they were all wide open passes he made, and they were not all pretty. I promise you, they looked just like the games. Looked just like the.
Jamie Newman. He said.
Was that his name?
I think so. It says Newman was so garbage. No, but that couldn't have been him because he was doing okay.
Yeah, he was doing okay. I don't think he even played in the preseason. We cut him before then, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. PJ Walker be all right, I guess. What about Derek Carr cost so much money.
No,
a good quarterback. I heard his name floating out there.
Like there's really no good backup quarterbacks in the league no more, man.
I think we
had the best backup quarterback in the league, and he's pathetic.
Go pull another Jalen Hurts. Go draft one of these quarterbacks that fall to the second or third.
Or just so why don't you go to the USFL, man?
Oh, my boy, Jamar Smith. That's who I want to be the backup quarterback for the Eagles. I watched him his first year, and me and him, we on social media. Shout out to Jamar Smith, my guy. That dude won the championship for Birmingham Stallions. I went to every game. He reminded me of Jalen Hurts playing. And I would say, go get him out of the USFL next year.
Get Carson Strong out of here.
Let him go back up. Let him go back up. Jalen Hurts next year.
Yo, he said Carson Strong.
Smith. Why not? What happened to Carson Strong?
He's not here.
That's another one too.
He's not on the team, on nobody's roster. Hey, he's Carson Strong. Look, that's what we get, man, for taking another guy from North Dakota, I think.
Where he's from?
Like Carson Wentz.
He was from Nevada, wasn't he?
Was he?
I think he was the Nevada quarterback.
No, I think wasn't he from Carson? Carson Wentz old school.
Remember after Carson, it was Lance.
Huh.
Yeah. That Carson still signed with Arizona. Then got cut in December. Yeah, he's from
Nevada, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, but
trash.
Yeah. I mean, he was trash, man.
It's like hard. It's like there's either good quarterbacks or trash quarterbacks. So it's like really hard to find that good middle guy nowadays. Or you go get I don't know. How'd you like Dobbs playing in Tennessee?
He's decent. Yeah. Yo, you have to remember, man, Dobbs been in the league for a few years, but he never really started a game. That was his first start.
He looked like it.
Like he was with the Cleveland practice squad when he light us up, in the preseason. But I mean, your Dobbs would do.
That's gonna be something that we really got to look into, though, for real. Because I know that is the argument. Do you want a pocket passer, or do you want someone that's more, Jalen Hurts caliber? What do you think is more beneficial for the team? So you don't have to be.
You have to get the
switch.
You have to get the same type of quarterback, man. I think.
Foles wasn't Carson that year either.
Yeah, but they completely like the Foles had 3 games before the playoffs, and that's why we was underdogs, right?
He was trash too.
But that's what I'm saying, because he was trying to do the old system that Carson Wentz was running. So they had to redo the whole playbook for him. Like they had to literally redo the whole playbook. Week 1, we had a week bye, the bye week. They did a whole new playbook for him. They tweaked it a little bit, and they made it tailored for him. So we don't want to do that. I mean, that's what happened with Minshew. Minshew was playing with Jalen Hurts' playbook, and that's not his style. So Minshew could be a lot better, but we had to see him with his playbook and not Jalen Hurts' playbook.
Not very many teams got that. Think how many teams you got their backup the same.
I mean, that's the problem.
One you can think of really is what, Lamar?
Lamar Jackson. Yeah. I'm about to say Lamar Jackson. And besides that, I mean, there's really no Pat Mahomes. Who's Pat Mahomes backup? I mean, but there's only 2 teams with running quarterbacks like that.
Would you go to
Justin
Saints?
Fields.
Would you want to keep?
Huh?
Would you go to the Saints and get like a Taysom Hill?
Why?
Back up Jalen?
No.
You're
Like Taysom Hill is like a slightly better version of Tebow. Like he's just gonna play bully ball.
It's a backup though.
And 9 times out of 10,
you're gonna still get he carved our defense up right in the beginning of that first quarter.
He didn't carve our defense up. Oh, man. This dude he threw like one pass.
The running side of it, he'll be able to continue to do. You know, and a backup though. You're not looking for a guy that I'm talking about backup. Don't play more than 2 games in the season. Hopefully, knock on wood, that he wouldn't even have to play more than that.
I mean, look, whoever it is, I don't want our game plan to change completely because like you don't have time. A week span, you don't have time to try to let's go to this playbook for this guy, and now your whole the whole scheme is off, the blocking is off. People's like, you know what I mean? So. But I understand.
Wait to the second round and go draft Richardson.
No, I'm not drafting no quarterback.
Why not?
I got holes to fill. A second round is a starter.
That what we said about
Jalen. You are drafting this, huh?
That what we said about Jalen and worked out.
So all right. So let's put a starter behind Jalen Hurts. Let's see how the Philly crowd react when Jalen Hurts have a bad game.
Jalen Hurts is not. He's already submitted. I don't think it's going to be one of those situations like.
Hey, trade for Lamar and make him our backup.
Yeah, right. Lamar wants to make a deal.
MC, Philly Insider Podcast. It was a much different playbook for Minshew, and Steichen did a great job with the playbook versus Dallas. Not so much versus the Saints. And Minshew was also Minshew didn't help with his performance versus New Orleans. Look, I agree. That was his audition right there. If you can't win a game with those skilled players, with Goddard, with A.J. Brown, with Devontae Smith, with that offensive line, with Miles Sanders, you cannot win one game.
You trash.
I don't know any better a situation that you're gonna go to and say, okay, you know what? Hey, I can make y'all better. I can win some more games over here. I don't know.
DeAldridge said,
"What's up, DeAldridge? What's up, man?
What up? What do you think about Jalen Hurts' agent saying bring the Brinks truck?"
Look, I'm not paying Jalen Hurts this offseason. I'm not. I have a lot of people. The reason why the Eagles are so successful this year is because of the skilled players on defense that they surround this team with. Mm-hmm. You can't get 70 sacks if you get rid of, a Gardner, a Bradbury. A lot of these sacks were cover sacks too, because they were playing so good in the back end. So you have to pay these guys. You can't win a Super Bowl and say, hey, let's repeat, but let's break the bank with our quarterback. Who are you going to pay? These guys want to get paid. A Gardner wants to get paid. Bradbury wants to get paid. These guys want to get paid. So you need to focus on surrounding. I hear you, but okay, that's why you leave Jalen Hurts for last, because we know how we take care of these guys. Now you have Jalen Hurts. They say, hey, the rest is for you, and let's start restructure contracts since they're already paid, and let's do this, let's do that, and then you could do it. But I'm not paying Jalen Hurts first. I'm not. He could win us a Super Bowl. I would give him whatever amount of money he wants.
Whoa. He win that Super Bowl. The next day, you need to give him that contract.
And guess what? Your team is done. Your team is falling apart.
I just feel like Jalen Hurts is going to be smart about it. I know his agent said break the bank.
It's not Jalen Hurts. It's his agent. All-female agent, by the way. Yo, look.
Negotiate.
Jalen Hurts' whole crew. Jalen Hurts, his whole crew with social media, with his agent, everybody is female. Yo, look, they're like, look, baby, I got you. We about to get this money. You've been working your heart out. Hey, we about to get this bread. You ain't signing. Lamar Jackson's mom is his agent. And that's why we right here with the stalemate. You know what I mean? So if you built the team around and then you say, Jalen, I'm going to give you whatever you want, but let me pay these guys first and then start moving some things around. I promise. Howie is a cap wizard. So, of course, but you can't pay him first and then try to do pieces because guess what? These guys.
Money, right? And a lot of back end money. That's what going to make the contract overall be huge. There's going to be a lot of upfront money and a lot of back end money, you know? And that's how you get away with, you know, keeping your team together over the next couple of years.
Look, man. Okay, I hear you. I hear what y'all saying, but listen to me. Name me one Super Bowl team that won the Super Bowl and repeat the following year because they broke the bank with the quarterback. Like you cannot. You win a Super Bowl. That's your highest moment. You will never get a bigger paycheck in your career once you won that Super Bowl. After that, you're not. This is where everybody wants you. They all want to pick this team apart. So why not you keep the team together? That's the reason why we won a Super Bowl. We break the bank. We're not going to be bad.
If you're going to break the bank, you might as well wait to the middle of next year to do it.
The price can't go up. But guess what? The team is secured. So the only person you got to worry about is Jalen Hurts.
And then a salary cap.
AJ Brown is secured. Devontae Smith, he still got let me see, his second year. So he still got 3 more years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Goddard, he's secured. He got paid last offseason. Joshua got paid last offseason. Medic got paid last offseason. Dickerson is in his second year. I mean, this team is secured, but we need to pay these guys. That was like a Hargrave. He might be a free agent because his contract, I think, is an option, whatever it is. Fletcher Cox, Brendan Graham, Bradbury, Chauncey Gardner, TJ Edwards, Kaiser White. Come on. We have so many people to pay. I'm telling you now.
We don't need all the people we have to pay. Like I wish, bring up that a free agency list. I've seen it. And I was looking at that, like really on that list, like there's like 3 to 4 players that, okay, I really want these guys back. Other than that, the rest of those guys can walk. We got people behind in their positions that can come up and hopefully step up and fill in those spots. Plus, we got 10 picks in the draft, so you're going to be replacing some of those players with these draft picks.
Let me see. Lamar and Herbert are going to reset the market just to. I mean, look, I hear you, man. Like, you know. And JC defense. But I hear you. Look, I hear y'all, man. I hear what y'all saying. I hear what y'all saying.
System.
I hear what y'all saying. I promise you, I hear what y'all saying. But look at Tom Brady, right? The Bucs won the Super Bowl. They try to bring everybody back. Everybody taking discounts because they were older. You know what I mean? Yes, they got to the playoffs and stuff like that, but they were older. Like, you know, they had the bigger picture in mind. Hey, let's get back there. It's hard to get back to the Super Bowl. But, I mean, it's almost 6 years since we've been back, you know, since we last went. Look how fast it went by. So why not maximize your opportunities right now with this young team you have? Why, you know, he's still – if we win the Super Bowl, you pay him whatever he wants. He will be the only guy you have to worry about. And then the cap go up. So that's okay if he asks for $600 million. Give it to him. Because you don't have nobody else to pay. There's nobody else to pay besides him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how he still has money from this year. He saved for this next offseason. You know what I'm saying? Like, he put away some money to help push into this offseason to make sure he could be able to sign some of these guys. So, I don't know. I feel like
get out of here.
We worry too much about the money side of it, but it's just about the respect side. Just go ahead and pay the guy. If we win a Super Bowl, just go and give him his money.
All right. I mean, all right, cool. Hey,
yep.
You want to pay him, pay him.
But I'm saying we're still, like you said,
don't complain if we can't put pieces around him.
Like you said, we have a lot of our key players locked in, and we have some backup that can potentially, you know, hopefully if they develop the right way.
Who's our backup a corner? Who's our backup nickel corner? Who's our backup safety? Kevon Wallace.
Blankenship.
What, Kevon Wallace and Blankenship? Are you happy with that?
You guys were happy
Marcus
with
Epps.
Blankenship when
I think Marcus
games.
Epps is a free agent too. I think Marcus Epps is going to be a free agent. So I mean, we have a lot. We have last time I saw the list, but it's like man, almost 22 either unrestricted or restricted free agent on this team.
But how many of them actually were starters?
A lot of them that's on the field.
For all the 1 year.
I gotta pull this list up.
Hey,
I gotta find the list, man.
Dominican Sue. Those are like 1
Yeah.
year wonders.
Yeah. I mean, those guys, yeah.
Year. You can let them go and bring them back next year. They don't get picked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of like how he does that with certain players. You know, let them go hit the market and come back and re-sign them. Like, I don't know.
Let me see.
I feel like
go ahead. All right, so let me try to pull this up. All right, boom, boom, boom. And here we go. All right, boom. All right, so I'm about to pull this list up real quick. Let me see something. Let me take out these stupid ads keep popping up. Boom. All right. Wow. It's a lot. So let me. So, and y'all tell me, because this is about to be like, God damn. All right, so let me take this off. And let me make this big screen right here. So according to this, a Fletcher Cox, unrestricted, of course. I mean, he might be gone.
Yeah.
Robert Quinn, Brendan Graham, Javon Hargrave, unrestricted. Kelsey, Bradbury, Isaac, Andre Dillard, Kaiser White, TJ Edwards, Namkin Sue, okay, Joseph, okay, Boston Scott, Zach Pascal, Miles Sanders, Rick Lovato, Chauncey Gardner, Tyree Jackson, Gardner Minshew, Marcus Epps. Hold on. Damn. Yeah, that's the whole team.
Okay, listen. On this list right now,
team.
This right now, Hargrave, BG would
staying.
BG would take a team-friendly deal. So Hargrave, BG.
Okay, Hargrave, BG. Bradbury.
Miles Sanders. Chauncey Gardner Johnson would be like, if we got those players, the rest can go.
Whew.
The rest can go.
Man, Marcus Epps has been solid for us, man. Because we don't have no. I mean, I guess you could put Chauncey back there with a Blankenship, but we don't know the injury. We don't know how Maddox's gonna come back. You know what I mean?
Or draft pick. You never know.
Draft pick.
Or
but Samalu, Isaac, right? Yo, he's unrestricted. I mean,
go because you got Jurgensen.
Okay. I mean, look, that's
even with the linebackers, you got Dean for sure, and then what's that?
Kaiser White and Edward is
unrestricted this year too. Is it Johnson? Is that his name?
Who?
The other linebacker that played this year.
I don't even know.
No.
Oh, Teron Jackson? No, Teron Johnson?
No, that other guy too. I think his name started with a K.
Kerryon Johnson.
That was a running back. No, it's
another
a linebacker that actually has some good. I think he was from Alabama that we have on our team.
Remember that defensive end, that Johnson dude?
Yeah,
remember
Kerryon Johnson. Because there's two Johnsons. They're like Kerryon or Trevion Johnson and some other dude. They're both played some good DN this year. So, yeah. Like I said, we got some young, talented players that I'm not 100% because, like, we might lose a step at a DN or something like that, but we can also get one in the draft. And our offense, I believe our offense, no matter what, if you keep the same guys on offense, we're going to be better next year because Jalen's going to be that much better. Devontae's going to be that much better. AJ's going to be that much better. We keep Miles that much better. Goddard's going to be that much better. Landon Dickerson's going to be that much better. Mailata's going to be that much better. Like all the players that are still here on that offense going to be that much better to, give you that cushion that you need to move forward.
Yeah, it's Joe Burrow.
And it won't be the same team regardless, period. That's why we got to win it. We got to go all in and win it this year. We won't have the same team, but could we still compete for a championship next year? Yeah.
I think our offense will be good.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about our offense. Like I said, everybody is really, locked up. That's important, right? It's our defense, man. This defense, has been great. Look at last year. Our defense was okay, but man, it wasn't like this. It's because of those unrestricted players. The Bradbury, the Gardners.
And every year you're gonna have some of those guys sitting around, older veteran players that's just waiting to the middle of the season to start playing football again. Get the young guys in there. They don't do it. Go pick up some of these young.
I can't get signed franchise. No, we can't. No.
Yeah, see, there we go. It's Kerryon Johnson. He was from Kansas. He played Sam, though. Backup Reddick and Sweat, Pat Johnson. Yeah. And they both played some good, decent football this year. So you still got young players there where they might not be impact players, but they're good players.
Yeah, I like the, Milton Williams. He's a star, and he's just waiting for opportunity. Jordan Davis, he's waiting too. But Hargrave, man, at least keep the vet. At least keep one vet. If you're gonna get rid of Cox, at least keep Hargrave, man. You cannot lose Hargrave and Cox.
But the longer you do that too, you're preventing the growth of Milton Williams that you drafted, and Davis you got to unleash next year.
All right. The reason why these guys were so good is because of the rotation, like the dominant rotation. Like Hargrave. All right, if you get rid of Cox, you cannot get rid of Hargrave, man. You have to keep Hargrave or Cox. But I think Cox is gone. But Hargrave with Hargrave, Davis, Milton Williams, that is your rotation right there.
You got Marlon too. Marlon was playing good at the beginning of this season. He was playing some good football. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was actually doing really good. And then he got hurt. So, health-wise matters. Yeah. And depending how much money. Yeah, that's true, too. He is getting up there. He's about to be 30. How much money is Hargrave really going to want? Especially after an 11-sack season.
You cannot easily replace Bradbury, man. Like, stop saying him. We've been looking for a CB2 for how long, BG? We've been looking for a CB2 as long as I could remember. Like, we haven't had a CB2 who? And we tried that dude, that little Marcus Peters. No, it wasn't Peters. Man, this Pittsburgh guy.
Nelson Island. And that was, what? I didn't like Nelson, but he actually had a decent year last year. He had a decent year last year.
On what team?
Or was it last year or the year before?
The year before, that dude was getting that dude was getting beat like a drummer boy.
Last year?
Yeah, last year. He was getting beat, man. And look, and Slay is getting older, man. And so now,
you gotta do that in the draft, though. You gotta use one of them first-round picks to get a cornerback.
But have we ever? We got McPherson. Hey, like the earliest we got was what, 4th round?
SEC, remember? And now we do it. You got to realize Howie's not the same Howie of old. We never used to get those SEC players, and we do now, and that's why our team's better.
Yeah,
Yeah. All the never. You got to realize Howie's on a whole nother boat now. Maybe we would go out and get a stud, at any position. That's why I feel like now it's like with Howie. I feel like he's learned his lessons as a GM, and now instead of being like, "Oh, we would never get this." You gotta be wide open because how we get anybody whenever we need to get them.
This is not
anything to you guys, but this year is the fact that Howie will get whatever player we need to win. And Joey
29 is not old.
I like that Joey Porter Jr. just from the pedigree. He's a cornerback and his down.
Yeah. That's my guy from Penn State.
Porter Jr.
Yeah, Joey Porter. Yeah. But he's gonna be gone. I think late first round.
You get him at 10.
No. That's too high. He's not.
Everybody said that about Sauce too.
But Sauce was
all pro.
But Sauce is better than
and who else was on the offense team? The year before?
Surtain.
All pro.
Yeah, but those guys were all pros.
You know what I'm saying? Go grab one. Don't be scary. Don't be scary. You see him, go get him.
Nah, Porter. Like Porter is not the best DB in college football. I say he's like top. I would say top 5 DB. Like he probably like the 5th best DB in college
So
football.
you're saying we can probably get him in like the 3rd round?
Nah, I think he'll probably be gone in the 2nd though. I think he'll be gone in the 2nd because we know, look, nowadays there's 2 things that goes off the board fast: quarterbacks and DBs and edge rushers, right?
No.
Those are the 3. Those are the top 3. Because everybody want to shut down corner. Like the Diggs, Surtain, Sauce. Like every year it's like what? Like the past couple years, like 2 DBs, top 5. Like, huh?
There's been a lot of good ones come out over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have.
All the way back to the Dig days. Who's playing corner for Alabama too? Like, what I'm saying? They've been cranking out the cornerbacks.
Age get us back. JC looking a little old. Your Joey Porter with 10th pick. I don't know, man. That's CB. It's stacked. Yo, what happened to a Stingley? Remember we always like, yo, Stingley. Wait, who? The Texans, right?
Yeah.
Man, how's he doing? I guess he's a Texan.
That's really bad for him because, like, you don't really know how he is doing. Because when you're on a terrible team, later, Hunter, when you're on a terrible team, man, you don't get no love. You don't get no love.
Nah, you don't, man. But look, the Jets are bad too. But hey, look, Sauce is up there.
But the Jets defense.
But the Jets have started off hot though. The Jets
got good players. Like they got some good players on the Jets. They got both of them, the Williams brothers over there. They got some dogs over there on the Jets. Like the Jets just needed a quarterback this year.
If we don't take a cornerback at 10 and Porter is still there with our other 1st round pick, they'll be stupid not to take him. I mean, only if we let go of Bradbury. If only we don't sign Bradbury, I agree. But if we sign a Bradbury, we should not get him up with our 10th pick. I don't think so. That'd be like we could get a bona fide, a right tackle, an edge rusher. I mean, something, like anything. But hey, how we said that he learned his lesson?
At 10, I'll take him. I don't think he's gonna make it to 10.
Who?
Will Anderson Jr. from Alabama.
No. He's a top 3, top 5 pick.
But with quarterbacks coming, it's gonna push him up. With the quarterback class we got this year, that's gonna push him back a little bit, I think.
Is it a deep quarterback class this year?
We got like 5.
We got Stroud, huh?
They got like 5 of them. Richardson, Stroud.
But the thing is, are the top teams like need a quarterback? Like the Bears, right? I mean, the Bears is like the first pick. The Bears. The Bears, then the Texans. No, the Bears don't need a quarterback, though, man.
About the Bears trading Fields for
well, that's just Alabama. That's just the media. That's just the media, man. For CJ, right?
No, the Alabama quarterback. What's his name again? Alabama quarterback.
I'm trying to think of his name.
He's good too. God damn it.
He wasn't in the running for Heisman.
Yeah, he was.
But,
yeah.
He
actually is.
How about the Heisman?
I think he's gonna win the Heisman actually.
But he won it the year before.
No.
Yeah. He won it the year before.
What's the boy's name, man? Come on, guys. Alabama quarterback. I'm in Alabama. I should know his name. Yeah. Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce.
And they're saying Bryce Young will be an upgrade from Fields.
But you don't know that unless you put weapons around Fields, man. This dude is special, man. Yo, this dude is special. Justin Fields. Look what he did to us. This dude was like, this dude went for an 80-something yard touchdown and he stepped out of bounds. This dude is hard to break down. This is the NFL, man. We always think, hey, this guy could be better than the guy in the NFL.
He has to show that he can stay in that pocket and throw the football too.
Who?
Fields.
He has his line was so bad.
Remember last year before that, Mooney was a good receiver. Claypool's a decent receiver. What's that other dude? Gage, I think it is. Not Gage because he left. There's another.
But Claypool got hurt as soon as he got there.
The other receiver that went there. He was that third receiver.
And Mooney was hurt.
Yeah, Mooney was hurt.
Yeah, like all his wide receivers were hurt.
Tight end they got there. The boy name is
Kemet, whatever his name is.
Go draft another.
But Justin Fields, man.
I don't know. I see him.
Look, Justin Fields could be like Jalen Hurts.
But he, not all of them make the jump, to good passing quarterbacks. I don't think. Some of them just don't make the jump. And I'm not sure if Justin Fields is going to make the jump. Is he a dynamic player, playmaker with the ball in his hands? Yes. But will he make that
How could you say that when he has nobody to throw to in a bad offensive line?
You can't really receivers. Claypool.
Who? But Claypool just got there and he got hurt when he got there. Like they really didn't do. And Mooney, and Mooney didn't play. Claypool didn't play against us. Mooney didn't play against us. None of these wide receivers played against us. That's why we was like, man, they ain't got nobody to throw to. If you stop the running game, you stop their whole offense. But you have the number one pick, man. You could just move down to top 5, within the 10, man, and just extra first, extra second, same draft. Build around him, man. We're so quick to give up on this dude in first year. And he was the leading rushing. He was the number 1 running quarterback this year, over 1,000 yards, I think.
Do you do that and go get with your first pick overall? Go get the number 1 offensive lineman in the draft.
You can
lock it up.
Why not? Or you could just move down just a little bit and get that lineman, and then get another pick. Look, there gonna be some teams that want to trade with the Bears that will give them whatever they want.
Right? Didn't they fire the coach over there?
Did they?
The coaching regime, if it's not the same, the Ravens, Bears trade Lamar for Fields and then picks. It's interesting.
Man, that's the same. They won't pay Lamar because he's a running quarterback.
But Lamar
has nobody to throw to.
Passing. Lamar's not just a running quarterback anymore. He had some nice passing games this year.
But that's why they won't pay him, because they don't believe in him as a passing quarterback. And he's been getting, a nick in there. But look, I like Lamar. I think would I break the bank? He want guaranteed money. He want the Sean Watson money.
He's going off his feelings and what he thinks.
His mom is his agent.
Yeah, they're going the most biggest contract you possibly ever could get as a quarterback, and that's not going to happen for him. He's dynamic. And
Fields, man, you could build a team around Fields, man. His first year, man, you ain't got to worry about him for 3 years down the road. Man, you're gonna have a whole bunch of picks. If you just move down a little bit, I'm telling you, man, you could. And Claypool, a full offseason, Mooney, with Komet. Just fix that offensive line. You put the defense, Raekwon Smith, gone. They got rid of Quinn.
The reason why they were saying the Bryce Young thing is Bryce is automatically would be a better thrower. He's gonna come out a special thrower. That's what Bryce does good. He throws the football good. But he's still athletic enough to run the ball too as well.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be really worried about that whole, can he throw? That's still going to be the thing. Even if you go get the talent, think about quarterbacks that do get the talent, they still don't put up very many more passing yards. You know, that's the whole thing we were worried about with Jalen Hurts, right? Even with all these weapons, is he going to put up the passing yards?
There you go. Hey, DeAndre Hopkins is out there. So imagine this: Claypool, Hopkins, Mooney. You got Montgomery, Fields. Yo, you fix the offensive line. Yo, that is an offense, to deal with. Like, but the problem is defense, man. They got rid of everybody. They got rid of Rickon Smith.
Yeah.
Robert Quinn was old, you know what I mean? But still, so now they gotta fix, the defense and the offense.
They got
so where do you start
this year on that defense? That's for sure.
Yeah. So, but all right. So look, we about to wrap up, man. But all right. So you ready to pick all your upsets this week?
Let's do it.
Let me see. The Giants, Minnesota. You pick a Minnesota.
Minnesota at home gonna win it.
Huh?
Yeah, Minnesota's at home. They're gonna win.
All right. So Baltimore versus Cincinnati. You pick Cincinnati.
Yes.
And Dallas versus Tampa. You pick
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. And I have Tampa Bay also, man. But look, Bird Gang, hey, we've been on here for a while. I appreciate all y'all that's still hanging on there with us, man. But we would definitely, all right. So I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, all right. So me and Bird Gang, next month, after the Super Bowl and everything like that, we gonna have our own little show, right? Mm-hmm. That's called The Truth. And it's gonna be a weekly show. It's gonna be on fire. All right, we're gonna have a lot of, like Shannon Sharp / Kid Bay stuff going on, because we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but because Bird Gang is, like kumbaya, and I'm like the truth. I tell you how it is. So I can't wait. I cannot wait for the Truth podcast to come out after the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Probably like the first week of March, because after the Super Bowl is like February 12? Wait, when's the Super Bowl? February 17th or something like that. It's like every year the Super Bowl is getting farther away. You remember it used to be like the first week of February, and then you went to the second.
January even.
Yeah, but definitely is going to be lit, and I can't wait for that.
True.
So even when the
talk, but we're gonna talk all NFL,
absolutely
all NFL. It's gonna be an all NFL show, but we're definitely gonna talk Premier League Eagles.
So February 12th is the Super Bowl. All right, so Super Bowl is February 12th. I say we start March. The first week of March.
Yep.
Hey, we gotta get our thing together, our labels in, all that stuff. But absolutely, man, it's going to be lit. I can't wait for it, man. So, but definitely stay tuned. We're going to start tweeting it out a little bit, trying to put little crumbs out there. But definitely, man, I can't wait, man. So it's definitely going to be lit. But Bird Gang, hey, look, Bird Gang, man. Hey, for those of you who do not know, Bird Gang 31, man, he's one of the hottest, fastest growing content creator. Well, he started last April, I believe. Yeah. And almost at 10K. He's at 8 point something. So definitely, man, just spread the word, man. If you're not subscribed to his channel, please go subscribe to his channel, Bird Gang 31. Just put Bird Gang 31 on there. But yeah, definitely, man, it's definitely gonna be on and popping, man. So I appreciate all y'all that's still here, man. And y'all still here, and y'all the real MVP. But get y'all ass to bed, man. Get y'all ass to bed. And look, I will be live mostly this whole weekend doing play-by-play. So definitely tune in. I might do who's tomorrow? I'm telling you right now, who's tomorrow? Seattle, San Fran? Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
That's a night game.
But, you know what? I might do it, but I really want to do the Chargers, Jacksonville at 8:15. But I see how I'm feeling, man.
Wait,
I might
both games
do
are
both.
afternoon games.
Yeah, one of them is at 4:30 p.m. One of them is at 8:15 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, what about on Sunday?
On Sunday, Miami and Buffalo at 1, Giants, Minnesota at 4:30, Ravens, Cincinnati at 8:15. And then on Monday, of course, that. So I might do at least 4 out of 6 games this weekend, but definitely stay tuned, man. But appreciate y'all. And as always, go Birds.
We out.